Is this a proper news segment?
No. Hello, everyone.
Oh.
Babe. Go, go, go. All cameras go.
We're live. We're live. The president's watching this.
All right, let me actually. I have a little thing prepared here.
Okay.
I thought that'd be cute.
No, you are quite cute.
Thanks, babe.
No worries.
Before we begin this episode, I want to start with a dramatic reading of some text messages I received
Oh, right.
and sent 4 years ago.
Oof.
From and to Frederick. I said to Frederick, "Hey man, was thinking of doing a thing for my YouTube channel that I might want you to be involved with. Still don't know about it for sure. We'll discuss more next week when we can talk in person. But I just want to put it out there." You responded, "Ooh, my dude. That sounds freaking amazing. Call me anytime if you need a little FDK boost." To which I responded,
God.
"Hell yeah, boy." I don't know why we talk like this.
No, we've really gone down. That used to be peak communication.
Then a little while later, I said, "Ayo, I posted a new vid talking about maybe doing a podcast with a friend of mine, and I've already got like 20 plus comments saying it's a great idea. So if you're up for it, I think it'd be a not bad idea." Which I think to this day is what the podcast is.
Not terrible.
Not a horrendous idea.
And not illegal. Yes.
To which you said, "Oh, hell yeah, mang." Don't know why we talked like that. Eyes so be up for a little podcast action arena. Just don't expect me to know too much about too much. Still true to this day.
That's a quote I live by.
Kissing face wine emoji, but yeah, creepy mood emoji, wine emoji, heart emoji. I say wine and heart and kiss emojis. Yes, mang. We'll discuss more on Tuesday, but I'm planning first F for something that we can both really talk about. Gonna get that upbeat Freddy energy, gonna be great. A little while later, I say also, I think we're gonna call it the Poorly Planned Podcast, unless you've got a better idea. And by the way, here's the thumbnail. So, for those who are wondering what the beginnings of the Poorly Planned Podcast were,
They were certainly not humble. Quite grand.
They were hell yeah, mang.
Hell yeah, mang. Podcast Reno.
Yep.
And you said you might want me.
Yeah. Or I might go with Leilei if I'm feeling
Leilei
generous.
might have that good chemistry.
With all that being said, it is my humble pleasure and honor to welcome you. Wait, no, let me do that again.
Okay.
Because I gotta hit that thing. I gotta hit that iconic.
Oh, right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 100th episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. All right, so that was all we need to do. So
Okay,
I'll see you around.
Next weekend.
Well, yeah, so
Here we are.
we made it to episode 100.
The most surprising thing in this century, I think.
We are two dapper lads in an entire cinema.
Yeah.
Which I thought, I don't know if you guys made the connection, but we talk about movies. So I
Yeah.
thought a cinema
Would be
a good set,
Yeah.
So
I have to say,
pretty
I'm
cool. Pretty f***ing cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm kind of surprised we actually got it. not because of your incompetence, but mainly just because
Partially because of that.
No, I mean that's at least 30%. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's just such a weird thing to think about, renting out a cinema.
Yeah.
What the
Well,
hell?
shout out to Gentofte Kino. This is.
Homeboys.
I mean, they didn't give us for free. I did have to pay for this.
All right.
So
they got
small
me,
shout out.
They got me a water for free.
There you go. Okay, big shout out.
The biggest shout out
This is one of
possible.
my favorite cinemas. This is where I've told the story before how I saw Birdman, and it was the movie that kind of got me interested in filmmaking as an art form rather than just a Robert Downey Jr. vehicle.
Right.
And I saw that here, and many other films here.
This is what sparked the BHL saga.
This place does have a very special place in my heart. So it is genuinely very cool to be like filming in here.
Would you say second to the Woody's cinema? Is this the favorite?
Presumptuous of you to say second to. But
Sorry.
anyway. Woody's didn't return my calls. They shut down when I asked if we could film
If I could rent all 12 cinema rooms.
Yeah, welcome to episode 100. We're going to have a lot of fun cutaway segments. We're going to be doing a lot of fun things.
Yeah. Genuinely the most effort we've put into any of these videos by tenfold, probably.
Yeah, I don't know if you can call it the Poorly Planned Podcast when we've literally rented an entire fucking cinema.
And done so many cutaways.
And we have my beautiful girlfriend on the I don't know if you can call it a steady cam. Got her. But we have my girlfriend filming up there. We have angle number 2. We have angle number 3. At 3. It's great stuff. So
No, it's a proper movie studio, this.
yeah. So, and I also have my script here because
And
Steadicam is
back
being used.
to the roots, 2 mics?
Two mics. I was gonna have us put them on the plastic things like we used to do, but I thought,
Yeah.
you know what, that would look really
Stupid.
way too cool.
Oh, right.
So,
And
you
we need to tone it down just a little bit. We do
Yeah.
have a whole cinema for ourselves, after all.
There'll probably be some echo on the different mics, but you know what? It's the poorly planned.
So live with it.
Shut up.
Yeah, please. Come on.
Okay, so first epic cutaway segment. In episode 10 of the podcast,
Okay.
we promised that in episode 100, we would rank Brenton Thwaites' filmography.
Oh, yes.
Kieran said best of Brenton Thwaites, which I honestly think we should do for like the 100th episode or something. Because he's only made like 4 movies, so we could definitely get through it.
That'd be awesome.
All right, but
We talk 20 minutes about the Blue Lagoon.
So, the first cutaway of the evening. Here are the Thwilms. All right.
How we looking here?
All right. Cool. All right. Cutaway. Successful. I feel like this was the worst one to start on, honestly, in terms of cutaways. But we are going to be talking about Thwilms.
Thwilms.
End of the entire series.
Episode 100 is the last episode?
Apparently, in some episode previously, we'd said we will discuss all of Brenton Thwaites' filmography on the pod.
Which is then
100.
turned into the Thwilms.
Yeah,
Which
Thwilms.
sounds like
Sounds
an
like a bit of a-
Academy Award.
I was gonna say a disease.
Okay.
Probably
Different
around
mindsets.
around the genital area, but yeah,
I've
Doc,
got a bad case of the Thwilms.
yeah, it just won't stop itching.
It keeps falling off. Is this because of my Thwilms?
So I've compiled all of Brenton Thwaites' filmography as an actor from IMDb,
Such
which
a
is
sad
his-
waste of time.
Well, I don't even know how much I wasted my time. Which then, which also does not include any like video shorts and stuff. It's his feature length, except for one TV movie we have.
There is exactly one movie.
And so, of course, we, unfortunately, no offense, Brenton, who we're huge fans, by the way, we have not seen a lot of Thwilms.
I said this before we started recording, I've seen exactly one Thwilm, I believe.
So I took the liberty of watching every single Thwilm trailer, not Thwilm.
Oh my god,
If I had watched every single
single
Thwilm,
Thwilm.
we couldn't call this the poorly planned anymore. That would have to be like
The most torturing pod in the world.
the most deserving of a huge paycheck pod. So I watched the trailer for every Thwilm and took a couple of notes. So we can
Okay.
yeah, this is in honor of over the pod's history. We talked a lot about Brenton Thwaites.
Yeah.
Legendary man. Despite the fact that when we the meme originated from you saying Thwaites sounds like something when you're using the toilet, I believe.
I think I said Thwaites sounds like the sound of your shit hitting the toilet. Thwaites.
No offense, Brenton. We're huge fans.
I like how you referred to his proper name and not this joke of a surname he's gotten.
But yeah, we saw him in Pirates 5, and what a wonderful guy, probably. So,
Probably.
let's talk about some Thwilms. First of all, his actor debut in a feature film. 2010's Charge Over You.
Charge Over You. That sounds like a lawsuit from something he's done.
I was gonna say, it sounds like something Brenton does to all the paparazzi. Just charges over them.
Just sprints through them.
I've written here, worst trailer of all time, audio cutting off, iMovie type title cards, feels very student film and or travel ad. It really had an aesthetic of like, when you're on the airplane, they're like, when you get to the destination, you can visit this place.
When you get to the destination, you can see Thwaites if you're really unlucky. There's like a reverse Jurassic Park where you really hope the T-Rex isn't there, but he always is.
I think it might have been made for TV. I don't really remember what it's about, but I just wrote Nerd Thwaites because he has
Nerd
glasses.
Thwaites.
He has really big glasses. and
Okay.
It's a young. I mean, this is 11 years ago Thwaites, so he was probably like,
So he's probably like
48.
I was gonna say 6 years old.
Anyway, 2 out of 10 on the Thwaite meter.
Thwaite meter.
The Thwaiter. Sorry.
2 out of 10 on the Thweeter.
Well, this one I think you have seen. We've definitely talked about it, at least.
We talked about it a lot.
2012's Blue Lagoon: The Awakening.
The Thwaitening?
So, this is about Thwaites and this girl, and they're both
Full stop.
students. This
is about Thwaites and a girl. And all the drama that ensues there.
It's just them staring at each other for 2 hours. She slowly starts crying.
She slowly starts melting.
So they're high school students, I think. So they're on like a trip with their school on like a cruise, then they fall off the ship, and then they go on an island, and then fall in
Thwaites
love.
fall off a cruise ship.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
so embarrassing.
Basically, I've seen a lot of this because I saw the guy on YouTube called Ralph the Movie Maker. I saw his like scathing review of it. It was pretty funny. So I feel like I've seen most of it, but basically I've written here they don't immediately die, ?
It's kind of unrealistic that Thwaites wouldn't just die when he hit the water. He didn't learn to swim.
No, he just disintegrates.
He just...
Also, yeah, like, what school has their, like, class trip on a fucking cruise ship?
What school allows Thwaites to attend?
I'd give that 7 out of 10 on the Thweeter.
On the Thweeter.
Also, speaking of things that sound like a toilet, I'm on the Thweeter. It sounds like... Anyway.
I'm on the Thweeter, and I've got a case of the Thwilms.
Anyway, save your legs. Next up, 2012. That was just a warning I was giving you for the rest of these Thwilms.
Okay, thank you.
It's a bad...
It sounds like a Thwaites kneecapping documentary.
I wish. I mean, not really. Thwaites, I love you.
So, yeah.
Anyway, it's a bad...
No, I mean, he was doing the kneecapping.
Oh, okay.
Okay, please.
I would love to see that.
That's yeah.
It's a bad cricket comedy. So it's Australian.
That's why it's bad.
But at least it looks more like a real movie than the last two. I did write initially Australian Thwaites, and then later on doing some research, I wrote, holy shit, never mind, just found out Thwaites is Australian.
Oh, do you not know
Crazy twist.
Thwaites is the most Australian-looking dude. He's got the, like, kind of...
I thought he was like a California boy. In the trailer, he does a little bit of an Australian accent. I was like, ooh, Thwaites putting an accent. What a good actor. And then I was like, wait a minute. He's just an amazing actor in everything else.
Oh my god.
Except for Save Your Legs.
Where he's absolutely garbage.
Oculus. I actually have seen this from
Oculus.
2013. It's a horror movie. I watched it on Halloween at, we all gathered at house. I'll bleep that name because, like...
Was I there?
Privacy. No. We wouldn't invite you.
Please.
I don't, maybe.
What's it about?
It's about, well, I've written here, mirrors are bad, ? So
For Thwaites, they would be.
They have, like, a bunch of mirrors that are haunted, and then their dead mom or something is in the mirror, and then, I don't know. I remember it wasn't terrible, but I was like, I don't like horror movies, and it was a long time ago. But I think it was average. She eats a light bulb, and because she thought it was an apple, because
She eats a light bulb?
Yeah, the mirror makes, like, illusion, so she picks up an apple, and then it's like, she bites it, and then it's a light bulb, and she's like, rah. She's like, rawr.
Oh, goodness. Gorsh.
So, that one, I don't know, wasn't horrible.
Okay.
The Signal, 2014. The first, like, proper movie, I feel like. I know Oculus was also pretty proper, but this one has Fishburne. And he's in a big old hazmat suit, which was the only thing I took from the trailer. He's this big-ass, like...
Just Fishburne...
Yeah, Fishburne barely...
Pissed, John? I'm really pissed.
And Thwaites is chosen by aliens or something, and now he's in a medical facility. It looked pretty generic and bad.
Alright.
Maleficent, 2014.
Alright, fine. I've seen two Thwilms.
You've seen two Thwilms. I mean, as a movie overall, pretty average, whatever, fine.
Pretty average, yeah. It's
pretty average. But Thwaites...
Did you like the second one? Is Thwaites in the second one?
No, he was recast. Probably due to many...
The absolute straight face you said that with. No, he was fired.
Probably due to many complaint letters written into the studio.
Right, probably.
But in the first one, I've written here, Thwaites is Prince. He is.
In real life, Thwaites is king.
And it's big poofy hair Thwaites, which I think puts it at a 10 out of 10 on the Thweeter.
On the Thweeter.
Yeah. Speaking of things that Thwaites is, The Giver, 2014. It's a generic future dystopia movie. The thing like blew my mind watching this trailer because it looks like a YouTube original, like that Logan Paul movie about like the future is bad or whatever. Yeah. But then fucking Meryl Streep and Jeff Bridges are in it. And I was like, who has like blackmail on Meryl Streep and Jeff? I mean, clearly Thwaites, but to get them to be in this movie. Then Son of a Gun from 2014.
That's quite famous, isn't it?
I don't know, but it genuinely looks...
I've never heard of the fucking thing.
What are movies? Genuinely looks pretty good, actually.
I think I've heard of Son of a Gun.
It's an A24 action heist thriller, and it has the Ewan McGregor.
Oh, okay.
And him and Thwaites are stealing some gold or something. It actually looks pretty decent. I don't think...
All
of all these so far, that's the only one that I'm like, I might actually watch.
I might like a 9 out of 10 on the Thweeter, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, Thweeter is more like just for the Thwaitesness of it. But
okay, so this is probably 2 out of 10
Yeah,
on the
but
Thweeter.
like for a genuine movie... Yeah.
Like how you have to separate Thwaites' movies from genuine movies.
Then what I assume is a sequel to The Giver, Ride. Ride from 2015. This one looks fucking dumb. No offense.
Turns out Thwaites is the #1 subscriber. And he's like, there's a segment about me.
Thwaites goes by the name GC Green.
Thwaites is Kian, confirmed.
So Thwaites wants to surf, and his mom doesn't like that, but then she learns to surf and let go, and metaphors and whatever, and falls in love. Trailer shows everything.
And falls in love with Thwaites?
No. No. His mom falls in love with, like, some other man. Thwaites is like, I want to surf, and his mom's like, F you, and then she like she beats him with a surfboard. But then she's like, oh my god, wait, surfing is a metaphor for life, and you gotta let go of life and fall in love with this handsome surf instructor or whatever. Then Reuben Guthrie from 2015.
Another disease. I've got the Reuben Guthrie disease.
Another Australian comedy. It has heavy Danish movie vibes because it's all about like sex and drinking, and it's kind of like a dramedy comedy thing. Also, good note, Thwaites does not appear in the trailer, so I had to take IMDb's word for it that he's in it. But
that's great.
This was where
I feel like Thwaites goes on his own IMDb page and then updates and puts false things.
Yeah, just puts movies he likes.
6-time Oscar nominee Brenton Thwaites
for visual effects. Then this one genuinely, I think this is 10 out of 10 on the Thweeter, and I think it would be a great film for us to watch.
Okay.
It blows my mind that this movie just like just everything about this.
Yeah.
Gods of Egypt from 2016.
Egypt.
Such a fucking
strange bad movie.
It looks like, from the trailer, it looks like somehow the most expensive and most cheap movie ever made. Like, there's so much happening, but it all looks really fake.
It looks like a bad Aquaman.
Yeah, like it's so goofy, but it also has a like great cast. It has Costa Veldau, Gerard Butler, Chadwick Boseman, Jeffrey Rush. I'm like,
not the Rush.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening? There's also a Thwaites and Costa Veldau team up, and Thwaites has Cruise hair, kind of like a long, like Mission Impossible, like kind of vibes.
Doesn't Thwaites like have part of his body exposed? Did they allow him?
So 10 out of 10 on the Thweeter.
So can I get a 12 out of 10 on the Thweeter?
Anyway, looks incredible. I kind of want to watch it.
I feel like that could be a good Ben and Fred watch.
That would be good, yeah. And then Pirates 5. I mean, we don't have to go too much into it.
We know.
Thwaites.
He sees her ankles.
Well, I've written here because I couldn't think of anything to say about him because I forgot everything about him, and so I looked up like his wiki page, his character. He is somewhat modest and seems very inexperienced with women, as he was excited by seeing Corinna's ankles after she took off her dress. He also could not admit his growing affections for her until the end, where he impulsively kissed her and held her hand. It doesn't say where he kissed her, so I'm gonna assume on the ankles specifically.
I'm going to assume right on her fingers, and she just looks down like, what are you doing?
I'm assuming Thwaites took it like a barbecue rib and just...
her ankle just...
Office Uprising from 2018 actually looks pretty fun. It's a comedy kind of thing where Thwaites is just like an average helper type office guy, and then for some reason the whole office just goes insane and they start murdering each other. And like it's because there's some drug or something in their drinks or something. Super gory. Has Dopinder in it from Deadpool.
Oh, goodness, then it has to be gory.
Yeah.
Thwaites and Dopinder team up?
It looked quite fun actually, so not gonna lie, it looked pretty decent. This one,
however,
was a bit of a strange one. An Interview with God.
An Interview with God. Now, does Thwaites play God in this?
No. So Thwaites is a reporter who interviews God, and I've only seen the trailer, so obviously I can't speak on the film, but like I'm not really sure if it's literal or metaphorical. So he meets like, remember when Morgan Freeman played God? So he just meets
Bruce Almighty kind of thing.
He meets a guy and he's like, I'm God, I'm God God, and he's like, so I'm not sure if it's a metaphor. I'm not sure if it's a Christian movie, like there's a production company that made like the God's Not Dead movie, so I'm not sure if it's like that kind of Christian TV movie,
or if it's like a Mel Gibson Jesus movie.
I'm pretty sure it's not a Mel Gibson Jesus movie. Yeah, this seemed like more of a throwback to early Thwaites, when he was making those kind of like TV
those
movie,
like shit-ass movies.
No, those like TV movie kind of vibes. However, good news comes out of this. Apparently, all of the movie's profits went to charity, so it's kind of by the way, that obviously the TV movie-ness.
By the way, that was false.
That's like very. If it's a movie made for charity and stuff, like
I feel like it might not be
that it's not high budget or anything.
Are you sure it's not like a documentary where he like talks about?
No, it's a real movie, but I think it was maybe like some kind of Christian fundraiser thing. Okay. So for that, good on you, Thwaites.
I think Thwaites is highly Christian.
I think so, because I think also Run Over Me or whatever the first one was called. It's also like a Christian movie.
Run Over Me.
A violent separation. Thwaites' sister is murdered. I think I put question mark because I couldn't really. I was kind of half paying attention, so I was like, is it his girlfriend or is it his sister?
Is it his father?
But there is Sheriff Deputy Thwaites, so just imagine Thwaites in like one of those like Canadian style like
all right,
sheriff
like, really,
kind of thing.
Really like
yeah. Also horse riding Thwaites looks pretty meh. This one blew my fucking mind. Ghosts of War.
Ghosts of War.
It's a World War II Thwaites haunted mansion movie where they go. Also, I was like, is this in really bad taste? Because there's a line in the trailer. So they're in this haunted mansion in Germany, I'm guessing. So then they start getting haunted by ghosts, whatever. And someone in the trailer says, and I quote, "Everything we experience is what the Nazis did to the family that lived here." So are they haunted by like ghosts of people killed by the Nazis? And then,
I guess.
because that's pretty.
It's kind of.
I wouldn't make them evil ghosts who are haunting Brenton Thwaites. That seems like a
fairness,
bad thing to do.
What, haunting Thwaites? That sounds like a very fair thing to do.
Like making like a spooky demon some innocent person who was murdered by the Nazis.
That's true. Although, in fairness, ghosts are often tortured souls, as they say.
Yeah.
They were tortured souls. I don't want to do that.
No, but in this one it just seemed very. But also,
unless Thwaites is German in this. And
no, they're like Americans. I just watched it and I was just so blown away by like, what is it? Is this like a premise that you come up with when you're like drunk as hell or like high as hell? And
Yo,
like,
you know what we should do? We should
we
get
were, like-
haunted by Nazi victims.
What the Wait. Yeah, so 0 out of 10 on the tweeter on that one.
We're not about that.
Not
Thwaites,
sure
please.
about that one, Chief. This one also made me. This one was also very Thwaites-esque in its premise. So the trailer starts as like a romance movie. I feel like Thwaites fits the romance genre pretty well. He's like a handsome,
handsome, kind of stale looking man. But
yeah. No offense, Thwaites.
No, we love
You're better looking than both of us combined. That's a lie. Anyway, it turns out he's insane. So,
wow, what the least surprising twist in cinema history.
I don't know how it's kind of hard to tell in the trailer, but they're playing it in kind of like a cutesy way, like, this girl means everything to me and she saved my life, but it's also the girl doesn't exist. So he's chasing this girl
that he was munching her ankles.
He's like chasing this girl in his head and all his friends are like, you ruining our lives and stuff, and then he's like, but she saved my life, and so it's like supposed to be like sweet, but also the girl doesn't exist. I haven't seen the film in case like, there's an epic twist in there. There probably is. But anyway, just from the trailer,
Knowing Thwaites, there's always a twist, isn't there?
From the trailer, it just seems like Thwaites is literally just insane.
Okay.
So cool. But it's played like in a cutesy way.
So 9 out of 10 on the tweeter?
Yeah. And then Titans, it's not a movie, but I thought I would just throw it in. It was that show where he plays Nightwing. It says "fuck Batman" in the trailer, and it looked really like cringy, kind of trying to be edgy. Apparently the first season's really good. Thwaites does genuinely seem like a good choice for Nightwing. This is very condescending, but I wrote especially for TV. I'm just saying because Thwaites is in, a lot of TV kind of movie-ish stuff. He's a great fit for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I
he
think,
cannot really hold his own on the big screen.
I think he's a very good choice for Nightwing. The costume also generally looks pretty good. So yeah, those are the Thwilms and a Thwee show, I guess, at the end.
And a what?
A Thwee show, Titans.
A Thwee show.
I didn't feel good about it after I said it. So that was the Thwilms. Hope you're happy, whoever requested that.
Don't ever talk to us again, please.
Whatever madman reminded us.
You made this man watch all the Thwilms, not just their trailers, all of them.
I don't know how we're gonna do these cutaways, but I guess back to the cinema.
Whoa.
Wow.
Can't believe I survived through that.
Can't believe we talked about Save Your Nuts or whatever it was called.
Save Your Nuts. That's the
Thwaites squirrel themed musical.
Save Your Nuts.
Well, now it's time for a classic segment on the podcast.
I thought you were leading up for Tom Cnews.
No, that comes much later.
Oh, sorry.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
That's my bad.
One of my favorite podcast segments we do is characters/actors we could beat up. And we are, in fact, going to be doing that again today.
Live in the cinema.
Live Cinema Pod Gold. You aren't ready for this.
Oh, God.
3 characters/actors we could beat up. Let's get it. Number 1, Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson?
Easy dub. Number 2, no. Woody Harrelson. I think he would kick our ass, to be honest.
No.
He has that insanity strength.
He's got He is insane.
Yeah.
We will say that.
We love you, Woody, but
I mean, he's high most of the time. He's like he's proper faded.
Yeah.
And we're only that sometimes.
We're only that right now.
Whoa, Woody.
God, the actual lamest people. We're on so many of the doobies.
Yo, I smoke so much pot.
I think he's...
I don't think he could beat us. He's also old.
And
he's mushy.
Old and...
This is not a question of whether or not. This is a question of how.
Okay. We're kidding, by the way.
You know when someone like goes behind a person who's standing there kind of oblivious and like crouches down on all fours and then another person pushes them over?
Yeah, okay. We do that over an active volcano.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, since you've got the height for it, you just stand normally behind him.
Okay.
I push.
Okay. He falls.
He falls back, and then as he's falling, you punch him in the nutsack.
There you go.
And
sorry, Woody, but we win.
But yeah, sorry, but this is a clear victory to us.
Sorry, it's a decisive judge's decision. Then we have the Greatest Showman, Hugh Jackman as P.T. Barnum, a man who loves torturing animals, probably.
Yeah, P.T. Barnum
and singing.
A bit of a You've chosen some very insane people today,
Yeah,
haven't you?
and cheating on his wife. Big fan of that. I'm not.
Good save.
Yo, shout out my girl in the audience.
I don't cheat. I don't
I ain't on that Barnum God,
I ain't
lamest
on-
thing I've ever seen.
I ain't
on that Barnum
I ain't on that Barnum shit. That can mean so many things.
I think he could, because he can ride elephants.
Well-
but enough about
well,
your mother. I got him.
Idol's so good. What a singer.
That's the whole reason we're in this cinema. I just wanted to get you with that.
Your mom couldn't fit in this room.
But like he can ride literal elephants. But enough about your mother. He gets
That's
summon
me every time, you scoundrel.
He can summon
You're
like
such a flabbergaster.
an army of tigers to kill us, probably.
Okay, what?
I don't know. I'm losing it.
Bunch of cougars that Barnum slept with?
But enough about your mother.
a bunch of cougars? My mother consists of 6 cougars.
I mean, you heard it here first. No, I mean,
News is out.
okay, realistically,
He's also... I mean, Jackman's jacked.
big dude. But so are we.
The biggest. Watch your back, because I'm coming for you.
I'm gonna give it to Jackman.
What?
I'm just saying he has height and strength on us, and he probably has
On you.
wild animals.
On you!
On me. Yeah, and he can summon animals.
But that's such an unfair...
Okay, that's a line in the books for The Greatest Showman. And
God.
finally, every insect from A Bug's Life, all at once. all of them that appear in the film. All the grasshoppers, all those establishing shots with thousands of ants, just like a billion insects.
If you alone lost this, I'd be so embarrassed.
Well, because they can swarm us. Have you not seen Indiana Jones and the
No.
Kingdom of the Crystal
I have
Skull?
not.
There's a guy who gets eaten by ants, like from the they call him in his mouth.
Was it Big Round? A short round? Big round.
He's not in that. It's the newest one with Old Man Harrison.
Listen. Don't quiz me on short round trivia here. Because then I'd lose, definitely.
I think they could swarm us, you know.
They could.
I feel like this is a very nervous episode. I feel like they could get us. I think that might be around anywhere.
Jackman could summon tigers. No, come on. We'd win. It's grasshoppers and ants.
We stomp them.
We do.
But if they have malicious intent, we stomp them.
We've got malicious intent. Listen, you eat some beans,
Okay.
and then gas it up. I just assume your bowel movements
Okay.
are
Appreciate it.
are,
Glad that's in
are
the
toxic.
Glad that's in the 100th episode. I just imagine your bowel movements are toxic. Welcome. That'll go in the trailer. Well, anyway, that was great. So we're we're 1 and 2 because I think we lost the bug one.
What?
Okay, we're 2 and 1.
2 and 1.
Now, as many of you know, one of the fixtures of our podcast is Woody's. Woody's Cafe. May God rest its soul.
God.
Woody's, a deep, beautiful piece of my heart.
Beautiful piece of
Which was ripped from us way too soon.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, but how I pranked you.
Yeah.
That Woody's was shutting down, and then it actually shut down a few months later.
So, with that in mind, we took ourselves down for one last visit. Well, not really one last. We're there very often.
We basically live there.
But one more visit to Woody's. Well, here we are at the old place.
Sad, truly.
I think we should pour one out. Cut to that clip of us pouring one out.
First get the Woody.
Alright, that's good. Smoke.
It's
A
a people,
Woody is people.
not a place. Yeah. I was about to say. All right, well, we're getting weird looks, but we do it for the culture. Woody's was a place of great class, beauty, and
The Beast.
many great drinks.
Meals.
People
came by. Many great meals, drinks,
memories,
memories,
and
and
fun.
and many fun was shared at this place.
And while it may be gone, it lives on forever. In here. Yeah,
But
so,
here, Woody has a mindset.
Woody's equals success.
You just gotta put your mind to it. You can achieve anything.
If you're not grinding, you're not Woody's.
If you're not grinding, you're not Woody.
Anyway, roll the montage.
There's too many man, 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 too many man. We need some more girls in here. 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 There's too many man, 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 too many man. We need some more girls in here. It's gonna break loose like hell in here. When I see a few blue can shells in here. Bear man, not enough girls in here.
I hope the guy who we rented this from can hear us, because he's sitting outside, so I hope he just hears all of this. We beat the shit out of Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson is mushy.
Wow, what a cutaway. Beautiful dance moves from us.
No, it was,
I loved it.
I just remembered what this montage actually is.
Often on this pod, well, not often, but occasionally, we'll dive into a little bit of a personal anecdote. I think it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
People, we've had requests
The
even.
people love it.
Well, we've had requests, like, talk about more personal anecdotes, and I thought, since Pod 100, a little bit of a celebration of everything about the pod, we gotta have a little personal anecdote segment in there.
Right.
So I try to think of a personal anecdote that sort of exemplifies camaraderie between the two podcast epic hosts.
I like it.
And, I mean, it's not, again, it's not the greatest one, but it was sort of the first one I thought of because it happened pretty recently.
Okay.
But basically, I like it because it shows us just
at our best.
destroying the world, you know what I'm saying? In like a cool sense, not like in a...
Not as in like take a shit on the sidewalk kind of way.
like a nuclear bomb sense, which,
Same
thing. We were at a party.
Yes.
Not that we encourage drinking or anything.
No. We're heavily against it, actually.
If you're of age, drink responsibly. And if you're not of age, don't drink. Good role models. Put it right there.
I drank when I was 12.
Don't follow his example. That's bad. We don't recommend that. Just put it right there. This seals the deal.
I love alcohol.
Oh my god.
All right.
There we go. So, yes, be responsible. However, this story does involve a little bit of drinking.
However, scratch all of that.
No. We're allowed to drink in Denmark because we're, of age. And we don't go too hard if my parents are watching this.
He goes hard.
He's a beast out there.
God, he's a f***ing animal in the streets.
But anyway, we were at a party, playing a bit of beer pong. I think we're both... I mean, realistically, I'm not great. But I have my moments.
We're good. Yeah. It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
I guess they never miss, huh?
Sorry. Like a fucking 5-year-old reference. Jesus.
Please get that out in post.
I'm still going to leave it in now. And so we're on a team, and we're playing against this dude, who I'm not going to say his name.
Well, you can say it, but we can bleep it. Just to...
Okay. Well...
Any lip readers, you know what I'm talking about.
Look, in case he sees this, because it's not completely implausible.
No.
You seem like a cool dude generally. I've seen him like a couple of times. He seems like a nice enough dude.
Apart from and bleep this message.
That's not great. Okay, so he's not
the best dude.
Sure. So he may be the worst person ever.
He's not the best guy.
No, hey, look. By the way, this isn't anything that I wouldn't say to his face. I fucking hate the dude.
You.
No, he seems like a cool enough dude. But basically, on this night,
on this here night,
he was acting a bit like a.
He was acting a bit dickish.
Yeah, he was a little bit like.
He was being a little pumping, like.
Yeah, he was trying to kind of. Yeah, he was being a bit annoying, and so, I'm fine with that. Everyone's having a good time. You can do what you want, but I will take you down in the form of a bit of fun jest and game.
A little challenge.
So, we were playing some beer pong. We were losing. We make a little bit of a comeback, and then there are 2 cups left. And in case you don't know,
yes, it's us 2 versus him. And was it just him or another dude as well?
I think there's another dude. But in case you don't know, in beer pong, if you shouldn't be teaching this story again, don't drink.
But in beer pong, the most fun game in the world.
Don't drink if you're not allowed to, and if you are allowed to, drink responsibly. But in beer pong, if you do a trick shot, you get 2.
You get
out.
2 points. Yeah.
And so we had 2 cups left. So if we hit a trick shot, we would win the whole game.
We would.
So I get on Freddy's back and I throw the shot
of your life.
Of my life. It goes in. We win the game. We celebrate.
God,
it's
it was
amazing.
So good.
It's incredible. The world cheers. And by the world, I mean like probably the 3 people who are watching.
Yeah, they're like, "Wow, that's insane."
It was pretty incredible. And the dude who was, a bit of
an asshole,
being a bit of a dick,
he couldn't really stomach it.
He was so pissed,
and he was like, "Oh no, we've still got one." He goes for it, misses.
And he spends the next
5 minutes, maybe?
5 minutes, genuinely, trying to get, like, this ball that doesn't count for anything.
Yeah. In, and it just doesn't work.
And so, which again, I mean, this sounds a little bit like a dickish story on our part. Like, yeah, we kicked this guy's ass at beer pong, But also, the dude was acting like a bit of a douche nozzle.
Yeah, a bit of a douche nozzle. That's a very good word for it. He was,
Again, he's a cool enough dude, I guess. I don't want to be a dick.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also.
But yeah.
Come on.
So you got what you deserved. I hope
Yeah.
you learned from it. I hope you can take your loss better in the future.
God, we sound like such warriors. I
hope we
hope
can-
you remember this.
hope we can-
carry it with you on your soul.
Hold this L for the rest of your life.
Please, take this from me.
Yeah, actually, that was not an L.
Wait,
That was a bit of an L. This is what we have.
W's.
Unlike you.
Yeah, you get this.
Also, I do believe I did hit him with the classic John Jones-esque crotch chop as I
You
walked
did?
away.
I did.
It felt good. But yeah, so that's my anecdote. An anecdote of because we teamed up for the trick shot
did.
and we got the win, so
Yeah.
it was brilliant.
I've got a little thing, arguably much more absurd, but this is just something. It's always kind of like, I don't even know if you remember this, but I've always loved this thing. When 3 years ago, I think we were school was just out. We went to Tisvilde
Yes.
for a little friend group gathering for the weekend.
Which,
or
for
the
those who
week.
don't know, is like a fun little kind of
Like a
summer housey
house.
place.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a delight.
Rent a little
One of my
place.
favorite places.
And then there's a supermarket that was like maybe a kilometer away from where we
I
lived.
remember this. Of course I remember this.
I
I think I have footage of this.
we get the groceries because, responsible people with all the ladies. And yeah, let's just make it clear. It's us two and like a few other dudes, but mainly ladies
Not sure why this is relevant to the story, but...
because we need to impress them.
Oh, because we're impressive, manly men.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And we get some, I'd say, pretty heavy bags
Yeah,
of groceries.
dude.
Pretty heavy bags. And they're like, okay, well, you two take some. We'll take the others. We're like, nah, friends.
Yeah.
We take one in each arm. And I dare be a little vulnerable and say, it was f***ing heavy.
It was...
It was like, not like, the bag itself wasn't that heavy, but like on like a kilometer walk, kind
And
of heavy.
because the plastic, it like kind of cut into
Yeah.
the hand a bit.
But we were just
So we
walking there.
traversed.
Yeah, so it felt like the Lord of the Rings journey through New Zealand mountains.
I'll
we
put in
had
the footage if I have it here.
Yeah, please. All right.
Just look really manly.
Sup?
What's up, Huts? Alright, no, never mind. You ruined it. If it starts with what's up, Huds.
And then it's just us two walking there, genuinely, probably a little bit in pain, but looking at each other like,
Just being bros,
Yeah.
Just
this
like...
is up. We're
We're
doing
real
this.
men,
Yeah. It sounds probably super lame if you weren't there. By
It
the
was
way,
really lame.
we carried groceries together when women asked us not to.
Come on.
Come on.
What more anecdote do you want?
That's the most anecdote you'll ever get.
Yeah. No, that was
That was
tremendous.
a good time.
That was a great time. There were so many good times at T-Speed. We also stayed up very late and watched the Mickey Mouse Disney movie, the what's it called? The Three Musketeers,
Yeah.
which was a delightful memory. We had some fun partying up there.
Yeah.
It's a good time. But most of all, carrying
Groceries.
those like real big men, big
Yeah.
boys.
Big boys.
Well, there you go. Those are our personal anecdotes for this episode. Join us next time for all of the other ones.
For more grocery stories.
Oh, now it's time for one of my favorite segments of this episode. A game that I can't believe we haven't played until this point. But it could... God, also, this suit is really f***ing my day up. Sorry.
That's really my guts out.
It wouldn't be the pod without me grumpily complaining about something. God, I f***ing hate this really nice, expensive suit that I just got.
God, this cinema sucks.
We're going to be playing a special game I like to call What Movie Is That Quote From? Podcast edition. I've thrown in some normal ones.
Yeah.
And then I've thrown in some
I
pod
won't lie.
ones.
I've got maybe one normal one, but they're
Okay.
all. Yeah. I mean, you might be disappointed. I will sacrifice camera angle 2.
All right.
So see you in a bit. But
All right, let's go for it. So I'm gonna give a quote. Freddie has to guess what movie it's from. It's pretty
it's-
basic.
it's-
If you don't understand it, what's wrong with you?
yeah, like, can you click off the video, please?
Yeah. All right, my first quote
Okay.
for you to guess. Oh, he's definitely bigger. Can't believe that was just said in an actual cinema. Unlike the movie it's from, which was never in
It
cinema.
always gets bleeped out whenever that was shown in the cinema. Well. Do I have to guess exactly which character says it?
I mean, sure. If you want to make it harder for yourself, that's fine.
I'm sure I can.
All right, go for it.
It's from the movie Skyscraper.
And it's
Nah,
said by the Danish bad guy.
Nah, you had to hit me with a George.
I had to start with
begin
a George. Well, George doesn't say it. To be
No,
fair.
George says that.
Yeah,
and-
George-
and many other words.
Yeah.
Is Amir, is he considerably bigger?
No, he's definitely bigger.
All right, so I have a few that might get cut. That's why I've written
okay.
6.
Okay, fair enough.
First, I don't make love. I fuck hard.
I do believe that's said by
Robin Hood.
Spielberg in the movie Spielberg. I'm afraid to say that's a Christian Grey quote.
I'm afraid that you're completely correct.
Yeah.
That's worrying that you know that. Well,
I don't make love. I fuck hard.
Okay, well, quote number 2. Kind of similar vibes.
no.
They got my dick message.
They got my dick message. Y'all seeing this? My dick message.
Yeah. It's not Dwayne before you
This
say
sounds like something Statham would have said in the movie where
Wrath
he
of
tells.
Man.
Yeah.
Tells
but-
Post
but-
Malone to suck his own
Suck his own. Can I get a hint?
It's said by a man who went through a bit of a body transformation. He was
Body
He was a bit of a chubby boy, and he became a very non-chubby boy.
Is this a Josh Gad quote? Did he go through this transformation in the
All right,
movie?
you get no, but you get 5 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's Statham.
It was Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember at the end, he's like, "They got my dick message."
I don't remember that.
I watched
but,
Guardians
but
of the
I
Galaxy
see the
last
body
night, so
transformation. So,
yeah, so there
good
you go.
on you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right.
They got my dick message.
Prove me wrong.
I'll skip this one
Okay.
because I wrote, "Is it me or is he definitely bigger?"
Okay.
So
I like how we had the pairing of the dialogue.
Literally, yeah, just in reverse order.
Of course we did.
That was by Nelson, by the way.
Of course.
So I'll move on.
Shout out Nelson.
Shout out my man Nelson. Either I fly the big guy or I fly the product.
It can't not be Tom Cruise as Barry Seal, right?
That is Tom
Yes!
Cruise's Barry
Go-
Seal.
let's go.
Brilliant.
We're expanding operations, Barry.
Where are those keys, Rose?
Ooh. God damn.
Damn, I am smart.
Walter. That is Get Out.
Yeah, I had to hit I was considering just writing "Get Out." That's the quote, but I thought I had to hit it slightly more subtle.
Fair. No, that's good.
Thank you.
I like
Thank
it.
Where are those keys, Rose?
I've got a little treat for at the end of this segment as well, which is not. Anyways, this
Fair
you can also choose to cut this one if you want, because I've got another one from the same movie.
Okay.
You're taking too long. It's a vagina, not an all-night drive-through.
Girlfriend's face.
Okay, I've got a second quote if you want a hint.
Okay, go for it. Not a vagina.
So this is in parentheses.
Pitch Perfect?
No, sir. This is in parentheses. After being kicked in the balls.
Okay.
Balls! I got balls!
White chicks? I don't I'm unsure.
Are you stumped?
I'm
Do you want
stumped.
to take a guess?
I took several.
It is in fact Vince Vaughn in the movie Freaky.
No. I think
Not
Pitch
the vagina
Perfect-
quote, I don't think. I think that was, that's Ginny.
Of course, the
But
character
ball-
we all remember.
No, yeah, obviously.
I feel like Pitch Perfect wasn't far off.
It's not what you think. Oh!
Come on.
Both. I got both.
That was the dumbest car chase of all time.
That was the dumbest car chase of all
A little bit of a
time.
sticky one here. Poor choice of words, considering we had Christian Grey quotes.
No, yeah. And just, I got balls.
Yeah.
This has got to be a Tyrese quote.
It's that's not a bad shout,
Okay.
but it's very far off.
Okay.
But I can see your line of logic. Cars, Tyrese saying annoying things. It's in fact whatever the guy from Get Out is called in Knives Out when he stops Benoit. He's
like Keith Stanfield.
Yeah, no, I know. I can't remember.
No, sure you don't.
Guess I'm the asshole.
All right.
It is not a donut hole, but a smaller donut with its own hole. And our donut is not a hole at all.
I've got one more quote for this thing, and then I've got a non-movie quote, just a real-life quote, and you have to say who it's from. So,
All right.
The first quote. Getting out of what? Bed? My head? The closet? Don't flirt with me. I'm a busy man.
This is definitely not a movie I've seen.
I'll say you have definitely seen this movie, and
Get out of what?
and we both love this movie.
Get out of what? Is it why him?
It's not. I will say I did take out a name in this quote because that would give it away.
I'm gonna go Pitch Perfect.
That is in fact Mickey Pearson talking to Dry Eyes.
Oh.
You.
I can picture the exact scene.
Yeah. All right.
Eyes not so dry now.
Getting out. Getting out of what? Bed? My head? The closet? Don't flirt with me, Jai. I'm a busy man.
All right.
and
And
what's
then the
the
real
fi-
life quote. Keep in mind how whiny this sounds.
Okay.
And how privileged. Well, I haven't been an impulsive guy lately because I'm not in control of my own life. I'm living other people's requirements at the moment. It's the part of the job that's the most difficult for actors. I'm finding it very soul jailing, you know? You don't have time to play guitar or speak to your friends and family. It's very demanding. I don't know how people do it. How people do it, to be honest, without alcohol.
It's Jeremy Renner. Is it?
Locking it in.
Is it?
It's not.
I was so sure. When you said playing guitar, I was like, he seems like the kind
He plays the guitar.
of guy. Brenton Thwaites?
It is Brenton Thwaites.
That's the
A classic whiny quote from Brenton Thwaites.
I don't get enough time to play my guitar. We love you, Thwaites.
Oh, yeah, so.
Anyway.
Anyways. That was a fun little segment.
That was good.
I liked it.
Well, now, as requested, I hope I got everyone else's requests in there, but as requested by GC Green.
Ooh. Long-term fan.
Long-time fan.
Long-term.
That seemed like a weird flex. Long-time fan of the pod.
He's watched a lot of our videos.
Yeah.
It's no big
We
deal.
have a lot of views because of GC Green.
No, it's he pays our bills since.
It was suggested we do a mukbang. But not just any mukbang, a Danish foods mukbang.
I'll say, when we started this pod, I didn't know what to expect. But never in my wildest dreams. I didn't even know what a mukbang was back then, in fairness.
Really?
I never thought I'd be doing a mukbang.
And we did it. So here you go. Alright, sync. Hello everyone, and welcome to the poorly planned mukbang. No, it's so awful. I can't believe I just did that. A poorly planned mukbang of Danish foods, which is now what's happening here.
Yeah.
So, we have gathered a bunch of delicious Danish dishes.
Mostly for our own pleasure, but
I
it
mean-
also works well for a mukbang.
We're also just having lunch.
This is also
But you
just
know
a
what?
lunch.
This is what you guys wanted for some reason. So here you
Yeah,
go.
very, very strange, but okay. So
Freddy's dog is eyeing me like a tiger. It's just
you be sniffing that armpit. All right. So should we explain what it is we're eating here
So how
first?
are we starting off?
All right. Well, I think first the drinks.
Yes.
We are starting off with a little Faxekundi. It's basically like a Danish Sprite, but I think better than Sprite.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Never had it.
Have you never had it?
Never had it. So
Well,
this will be a reaction video as well as a mukbang.
And then, can we get up close to the mic, please? Ooh. It's a wet fart.
Mine didn't sound as good. Ooh. Just a little off the top. God, Jasmine is like pushing my chair.
All right.
Well,
Well,
here's to Danishness.
total assholes.
Oh yeah, it tastes like Sprite.
Yeah, it's basically like Danish Sprite. Not bad.
Not bad, no. I'm not a huge
Soda guy?
Yeah.
Me neither.
but it's for the mukbang, you know?
Exactly. All right. So, first course, what we're doing, it's called a Pariserboeuf, which is like a Paris steak, I guess.
Yeah.
Paris
By direct
patty?
translation.
Yeah, it's
Paris patty.
it's basically toast bread, minced meat patty, and then a bunch of stuff you put on top. We got onions, we got egg yolk, we got what is this? Radish?
Beet.
Beet. Sorry. Yeah.
Look at that egg yolk. Oh god, it's falling down.
Oh goodness. Yeah. So just you want the egg yolk? Or?
I'm okay. I'm a pretty basic dude when it comes to mine.
I don't need anything. But
I will say my dad makes a pretty good Pariserboeuf at home.
I'll say my dad's a pretty good egg yolk. No, Pariserboeuf, honestly, I freaking love it.
Never thought I'd be doing. You know.
I honestly, I'm kind of weirded out by what our lives have become.
Yeah, I started YouTube almost
started
10 years ago.
as a
Never
young-
thought I'd be making a mukbang.
Young lad.
Yeah.
Were mukbangs even a thing back then? Back in the ancient times when you started?
That's good. I'm gonna hate editing that. That's gonna be horrible.
Now what? Discussion topics.
Oh god.
Best movies with food in it?
The movie Chef. It's a good ass movie. I think in a mukbang you just kind of talk about like, yeah, whatever. So, we can talk about we had a little outing recently to
We did?
Refin, for those who aren't familiar, which is everyone, I assume.
Which I assume is, literally everyone. Very, very nice, chill place. Kind of like a street food. You can get a bunch of different foods everywhere.
Yeah.
Very fitting to what we're doing right now.
Yeah, and like bars and stuff.
You could bungee jump from a crane.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, bungee jump from a crane, and if you were to do it nude, you'd get it for free.
Yeah.
Now, I tried my best to convince you to come on that.
You didn't do it, though.
No, but that's because I wasn't legally allowed.
No, I'll be naked.
I can't be naked in public. Listen,
I think that goes for everyone.
make every man jealous. And I think I did say, because it's like over water. And obviously you stop like 2 or 3 meters before you hit the water with this bungee jump. I did say to you that if I were to do it naked, I would hit the water.
Yeah. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the mukbang.
See you next time.
Also, we knew one of the bartenders, so we got...
Oh yeah, so we got a bunch of free drinks.
Yeah.
Or not free, but like discounted.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll show this here. This is also very Danish. I don't know, it might be Scandinavian in general, but at least a lot of people in Denmark really like this. I think cod fillet, again on some bread. Cod fillet with some shrimp. There's some caviar, some asparagus, bit of salad, lemon on top.
Maybe you can film like a close-up?
Oh, I will film a close-up. Brilliant. What we doing now, BJ?
A delicious fiskefillet.
Ooh, yes.
Which is fish fillet.
Fish fillet.
For those uninitiated. With a little bit of shrimp, a little bit of caviar. Very Danish. I love it. Let's get to it.
Which one are you wanting?
Up to you, dealer's choice.
All right. This one's slightly smaller. This one's slightly bigger.
I'll probably take the smaller one.
All right.
For my petite figure, you know.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez.
Oh, I missed your bread.
Yeah, I was going to say, interesting choice to use cucumber as the bread.
Oh, so this is a donut they've used?
I think it would be more of a bagel, but...
Right, not
Is this a chocolate glazed Homer Simpson donut? I think you were onto something, though, with best cooking movies, because, I mean, it's been way too long since we talked about Chef.
Right.
Just in our lives.
Also, if you want shrimp, just go for it.
Oh,
yeah. Chef, I mean, I haven't seen Chef.
What?
Yeah.
We have a whole... I feel like we talked about it for like a whole segment.
We did, but I've never seen it.
Strange. That's going to make it in. Here's the great part about editing. I'm going to cut out all the times I do something really gross. I'm just going to zoom in on your face every time. I'm just like...
Well, I'll get us some serviettes.
Is it good? Are we liking it?
They're so good.
It's so good, isn't it?
I'm a big fiskefillet fan. And this is a pretty good one. Where'd you get this? What was the place?
This is called, like... Oh yeah, shout out to the place. Restaurant Hellerup Sail Club. I own that!
It's right... I know that place.
Oh my god. I'm sorry I'm not saying much. I'm just so f***ing...
No, this is really good.
It's just so good.
Favorite, like, Danish things. Now that we're kind of in the theme, you know?
Right.
Dannebro.
The flag of my forefathers!
The first flag, it actually fell from the heavens.
It did. Oldest
story.
Oldest flag in the world.
Because it fell from the heavens.
Lego?
Dude, I'm a huge... Have you been to Legoland?
I have.
Legoland, f***ing epic place.
I don't want to crush your dreams here. I also thought it was epic. But the last time I said to someone I was at Legoland, they were like, oh, I hate that place.
Who?
I need a name and address.
I mean, I haven't been in about 10 years. But I remember it being epic.
But memories?
Except for
brilliant.
A deep trauma I had. And I think this was at Legoland. They had like Lego carts. It was basically like...
You think so then?
Like bumper cars, you know?
Okay.
And so... Or no, it was like a race. And then, for some reason, me being like 8 years old, I was very much struggling in the race. I was like, how the f*** does this car work? I can't get this shit to work. And then the car exploded. And then I remember, because I was not doing very well, and you know, the Danish kind of spirit of sort of bit friendly banter, teasing kind of thing. I heard some other kids' parents like on the sideline being like, oh, number 11's really struggling, isn't he? And I started crying. I think I was like 7 or something, or 6, and I was like, very upsetting experience. Because it was like a national humiliation, just being like trapped in the
national humiliation. It was broadcasted live for all to see.
The queen was like, lol.
Look at this dude. Can't even drive a car.
Bruh.
Bird.
You've had any trauma at Legoland?
Not trauma, I'd say, but like a very demeaning thing happened. I had long hair back then, right? Still kind of do, but like it was longer when I was young. I was like,
Ah, yes. I'll throw up a picture of
all right, boom.
young boy Freddy here.
I was like 6 or 7, I think. I'm like, all right, going off one of the rides, and I'm like, oh, excuse me, can I get through? And a woman looks at me. She's holding her little kid's hand, and she's like, oh yeah, honey, let's just quickly make room for this little girl.
Wow.
And
Sorry.
yeah, I
Well, I'm glad that's in the mukbang. That's what you get for going, ah. See, the funny thing is I could have cut that out.
but
I
won't.
didn't. But I have a similar... Well, it wasn't for my appearance that I was mistaken for a girl, but my name, rather. Because as you know, Benedicte
Right.
is a very common Danish female name. You know?
Benedict is not very commonly Danish male name.
No,
I
not
don't
really.
think.
So there was one time where I was...
Freak.
when I was like 7 or 8 or something, and I was in like a swimming competition.
Right.
And they'd put me in the race with the girls. And so I had a choice of either not participating at all or swimming with the girls. They were like, well, they were like, okay, we messed up, but we'll let you swim. Like, it's fine. I was like, you know what? I'm good. So I just went
Oh, so
home.
you didn't race?
Nope. It was a very
you
sad
should totally
day.
have raced and just
Because
like...
also, not to put myself in a pedestal, but
you
I won a lot of, no, I'm not saying, but I would have destroyed them.
But those women ain't got nothing on me.
No. I'm saying like, I won a lot of those things as a kid, and so it was kind of a fun thing to do. So to have to skip it because I've been nationally humiliated once again.
Right.
Tragic.
Before we go to that, don't you f***ing touch anything. To quote the guy from Couples Retreat in John Wick. Dessert.
Peter Serafinowicz.
That's the one.
He's in a lot more things than
No.
Couples Retreat. I appreciate the dessert. Dessert. Ooh, dessert indeed.
Oh. What?
Act like nothing
We
happened.
got a Summersby and a Carlsberg. I don't know if Summersby's... I think it's... Is it Danish? I don't think it's Danish. I don't know.
It's European at least.
It's not f***ing American. And a Carlsberg beer.
So one of us is a real man.
And the other is a Carlsberg drinker.
Summersby, in case you don't know, it's a cider. It has the same alcohol percentage as beer, but it just doesn't taste like absolute
trash.
sewage water.
But what's the alcohol percentage here?
4.5.
4.6.
So let's just crack these
All
up.
right.
Oh, go ahead.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good one.
Uh,
And to this dessert, we have some actual
dessert.
some actual gastronomical dessert. The culinary Magellans, they call us. We explore all options in the gastronomical world.
I think we should start with that because this is the one I hate the most.
I hate this as well.
So we'll just have one.
Licorice.
Licorice.
A Danish favorite amongst many.
Danish curse.
I do not like this.
I hate licorice. This one is chocolate covered, so I got
Okay, so it's better. Better.
Now.
Okay.
If you've never had licorice, it's very bitter,
It's a bitter,
Gross.
hard experience.
horrible. Reminds me of like
You know who loves this?
your girlfriend.
Yassin.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, old news.
Oh yeah, I knew that when I was friends with him way before you. Yeah.
After you, sir.
I hate licorice with a burning passion.
These don't smell terrible, but I mean.
No, the chocolate would probably help, but
So salut.
fuck me, I just licked it and it's horrible.
Why would you lick it?
I
You
didn't
just-
do. I was
you
gonna
just
put it in
swallow it in one go, like a grape.
like a cyanide pill. You just...
Cheers.
Cheers.
I feel like we're taking a really bad shot. I feel like we're taking our cyanide pills together. It's been a pleasure. This is not good.
I'm gonna spit my
I'm gonna spit yours out on this plate.
No, I'm gonna go through it.
Okay. Wash it down with our other dessert. Cheers.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
So we're both gonna get hammered to make up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not good.
licorice not for me. You know what is for me?
Gifla.
Gifla, man.
Man. Cinnamon, small cinnamon things.
Yeah, little mini cinnamon rolls. I think they have these everywhere.
I don't think so. I've never seen Gifla outside of Denmark. The Beef Lord?
Cheers.
Brilliant.
So much better.
Okay. I could eat a whole bag of these. These are just, I mean,
I'm sure we have at some point.
yeah.
My favorite, my alcoholic.
My favorite, my.
My alcoholic drink of choice
Is this?
is a sommersby. I mean, like, besides, stuff with hard liquor. That's my alcohol. That's how weird.
Besides 80% vodka shots. That's what I really live for.
I love a good screwdriver, some, what's it called?
Sex on the Beach.
That's not bad. Cocktails and such.
Bloody
But
Mary is terrible.
Sommersby is just an easy go-to. It's just a beer, but it tastes like cider. Like apple. It's so good.
I mean, it is a cider.
No, I know, but you got what I mean.
It's just a beer, but it tastes like a cider. Drinks cider.
I just can never get into beer. I know I live in Denmark, and
I mean, genuinely, I did not like beer at first.
I've gotten quite the stick for it over the years at many.
No,
many
I
gatherings.
used to drink it just to get the rush of alcoholism.
Don't we all?
And then, but after drinking it so much for just like to drink, I sound like a real alcoholic.
But after pounding it down just every day,
After years of turmoil, I've actually grown to enjoy it.
because I didn't like it initially, I was just like, you know what? I'll just have Sommersby and then.
I get it.
stick
I
with
get it.
Don't drink if you're young, and drink responsibly if you're old enough to drink.
True. Next up,
Tiny.
flødeboller. These used to be called something very racist, so we won't talk about that.
Okay.
After people found out that was not a very appropriate thing to call them, they changed to flødeboller, which means
Cream balls. And they're usually
Very good.
They're usually a bit bigger, but you can also get the
Yeah.
little small thing. Very delicious. I love these. They're great for in Denmark when you have a. I don't know if you do this in other places, but when you have a birthday, you bring in like a little treat for the class.
You do.
And flødeboller,
Just brilliant.
an easy one to go to.
Take a bite and then show us what's inside. Ooh, good crunch, good crunch. We come in, and yeah, it's like
Cream balls.
it's cream balls. And yeah, you can get various toppings and chocolate coatings.
We have some strawberry ones. Some milk chocolate ones. I might just snack on these, Good.
You'd always have these with in class, as you said, when there was a birthday or something like that. It was just
a great little celebration.
always a bit of a fight to see if you can get a second one as well.
Well, it wasn't much of a fight with me. I just stamped my approval over and just took it.
Just took the entire box.
We should talk about, and I don't know if you can relate to this, but my mom reminded me of this morning because I told her we were going to do this. And she was like, oh, you should do that thing that you did in Bernahil, which is like preschool, where they had a little catapult. You remember this?
Oh my god.
And you put a flødeboller on the catapult on like a game day or something. One of the games would be you put a flødeboller on a catapult, you launch it, and then you try to
Catch it.
Everyone tries to catch it with their mouth. I got so close one time and it hit me in the nose. But it was very fun though.
And it stayed there.
And so it's been there ever since. But my mom said we should do that, and I don't think we can do that in here. But
I mean, we can do it like on our arm. You see those?
I mean, they're very small, so we can.
yeah. Just try not to get on the table.
Yeah, I'll let you do it. I'll let you be the brave warrior for this.
What's a good one to do it with? Yeah. Whoa! Oh, cool.
That was good. That's very good.
Oh.
I mean, I don't want to say, does life ever get better than this? But I got Sommersby, I got my boy, I got flødeboller, I
Just
had
have
a delicious
lunch.
meal.
Dang it, we should do mukbangs more often.
Honestly, if we could do this instead of the podcast, it would be way better.
It was so chill.
Just getting paid to eat delicious meals.
When you say getting paid,
We don't get paid.
we don't get paid at all. It's a problem. So we should. You know what we should do?
If you say make a Patreon, I swear to God.
I was literally about to say Patreon.
What would we put on it as exclusive benefits?
Do you put exclusive benefits on Patreon
And why else would anyone subscribe?
to help us?
Like, you think people like us that much?
We could do
OnlyFans.
put OnlyFans on our Patreon.
a very complicated. Okay, you unlock the link to our OnlyFans, and then you can also pay
And then you
for
can
the
also pay
OnlyFans.
for that. It's gonna be like a $600 operation for one person.
It's like the fucking Tom Cruise guy on Cameo. We'll talk about that some other time. But
Oh, we're not talking about that now.
I think we'll talk about it in the cinema, actually. So maybe
Okay.
we've already talked about it at this point in the vlog.
Oh, yeah, you might already know. So.
And also, I have to say, big shout out to Freddie, because we're doing this at his place. He provided this delicious food. Good
No worries. No worries. It's my pleasure. You brought the licorice, so thanks.
I brought the thing we both were like, I'm gonna spit this out. I'm a vomit. Hold back my hair. Hashtag cream balls.
Hold back my hair. Hashtag.
You never held
cream
back someone's hair while they're throwing up?
balls. While they're cream balling you?
But good shit right here. Shout out Summersby.
Shout out Cosbow.
Yeah, again, drink responsibly. And don't drink at all, it's bad for you.
Just look at this tum. God, just good stuff.
Should I try the thing? That's
Do
not,
it.
It's
Do
not
it.
gonna work.
No, do it. I do.
Got that.
Alright, come on. Don't imagine that. Choke on a flødebolle. A famously very soft food. And he's gone. He's left. And damn.
Well, I think that might be the end of the mukbang. Not much of a better note to end than that.
Show my dog. What up?
Hey, it's just me. Aw, look at her.
Alright, just me. Thank you for your cameo. You can off now.
Alright, well, that's been the poorly planned mukbang.
I think
we
that
can
is just a
also-
great lunch.
Just a great lunch. So yeah. Back to the cinema. Also, before we do that, BHL from the future here, just want to say that over the next few weeks and or months, I will be putting out some of the segments from this as their own little pod videos, and some of them will be extended versions. So, for example, the mukbang, there'll be a extended version of that coming out sometime, and some of the others as well. So, look out for that in the future. Cool. Hope you're happy, GC.
Yeah, I mean, it was tasty.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
delicious.
really
It was
good.
amazing, actually.
Apart from the licorice.
Well, it's been a lovely show so far, presumably.
Yeah, unless this is like the beginning of it.
Yeah, we're recording this
knows?
out of order. Anyway, suggested by various people on this podcast, we do have a little segment called
Freddy's Anime Hour.
Freddy's Anime Hour. Play the intro.
Hear the intro.
And I have been known to
ridicule, harass, and downright assault.
yeah, I have been known to do all those things to Freddy's Anime Hour.
Yeah.
But today is the day of
We called in
vengeance.
an expert.
We are friendful men. Sorry, terrible way to start. We have mentioned a couple of our friends in the podcast so far. One of them being Yassin, who you may or may not see later,
Or
and one
earlier,
of them,
yeah,
and one of them being Leilei,
Leilei.
our boy Leilei, who we mentioned.
The household anime expert.
Yes, and thanks to, because otherwise we would never have done this, obviously. But Jaden Lewis suggested, very nice of him, to have Yassin and Leilei. Again, I make it sound like this is a charity thing that we're only doing because Jaden Lewis said, and we have no interest in the actual people. But we do have an interest in your boy Leilei, who is here now. Everyone give it up for Leilei.
There he is.
In the flesh. Look at him.
Come on in.
Take a seat, sir.
Thank you.
Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I believe this is the first time we've had
A live
another-
guest.
a living human on the podcast.
It's a first, and it's totally strange to me.
Yeah,
honestly.
I low-key feel like we're on like a talk show, but like a really threatening one where we're trapped in.
I mean,
Leilei.
yeah, imagine how I feel. I feel severely underdressed.
Yeah, well, I mean, most people do next to us.
Yeah,
It's
fair enough, yeah.
You're dapper.
We're just being honest. Well, we have brought you on. I mean, you're a man of many things. One could argue, but one of them being
anime,
Right. Yeah.
which is a subject that has come up on this podcast
A
on
few times.
occasion.
Yeah.
Right.
And I often refer to Leilei on the podcast because he's one of my only true allies in this whole thing. Where you,
I'm a true rival.
Right.
right, yeah. So a bit of an asshole you are, and Leilei backs me.
We asked and or will ask Yassin about some of his favorite Netflix shows because that's
Oh,
his
okay.
area of expertise. So to start off, what would you say is like your go-to list of animes? Anime.
I think, yeah, whatever. My favorite ones would have to be probably Neon Genesis Evangelion, probably Violet Evergarden. I quite enjoyed that.
Nice. Look at this fool over here. It's like,
I'm listening.
Violet Evergarden? No, those I haven't seen Neon Genesis yet, but I like Violet.
Oh, you like Violet?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Not my favorite, but
No.
I.
The animation at least is spectacular.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And did you bring a little list for us, little thing?
I
to
did,
talk about?
but I remember most of it.
But I burned it moments ago.
Gibbs moment where you become the map and you just.
To prepare for this podcast, I was watching a few anime for Freddy.
Oh.
And the first one that was on the list is Domestic Girlfriend.
Yes, Leilei. We talked about this the other day in another episode.
Oh, yeah,
And I was
right.
I was ridiculed.
Yeah.
But
Deservedly so.
to the commoner, it's a strange theme, I guess. But
To the common.
what do you think? It's pretty damn good, isn't it? Absurd.
Okay, well, did you like it?
Oh God, is this gonna be a roast of me now?
Are you
I
a
liked
weird
it.
creep
Okay.
by any chance?
You liked it.
Okay, okay, you liked it. You absolute freaking weirdo.
Let's move on.
Okay, fine. That's
Jeez.
that's
Scathing review. Right
No,
there.
okay. Okay, what'd you think of it?
I genuinely really liked it, but it's alright, Leilei. It's This is
Put it
not how.
right there. Put it right there, bro. You thought this was a team up against me.
This is not how I thought this was gonna go.
Oh yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Yes, you texted me about this, and
I
it was.
did.
It's good, right?
It's good, yeah. A lot of newish anime have this hype that's like, oh, it's the next big three or something.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't really live up to it sometimes, but this one.
But this one, it's pretty good. But
Yeah.
it's amazing to see how much the big three has actually inspired shonen anime since their release, because Jujutsu Kaisen is basically the cast of Naruto, but more likable.
Yeah, exactly.
The concept is basically Bleach.
I know. Yeah, I haven't seen Bleach yet, but I know what it's all about, and so I agree.
Right,
Yeah,
and it's similar with Demon Slayer, right? The concept is Bleach, but it's a period piece.
Mugen Train.
see this guy.
Thought I just
This
thought-
guy knows.
Holy thought it in there.
This guy knows about the Mugen Train.
Sorry, continue. I will just say, over all the episodes of me ridiculing, stomping over, pissing on, one might say, Freddy's Anime Hour, I feel like it
It's
is.
all coming back to bite you in
gotta
the
just-
ass.
No, I'm not. I'm not being punished, but I'm just. I will happily just allow
Allow
you two to
to
chop
nerd
it
the
up.
f*** out.
Do you have any thoughts on Haikyuu? Just to ask?
I've not seen it.
Good man. Good
Yeah.
man.
Good man.
I mean,
I mean, no biting remarks here.
oh, you should really watch it.
And Benedict got you that.
You should have worn that.
jersey, right?
I'm
I
just
should.
saying.
God, that would have looked
I'm
so
in a
weird.
suit,
A
you're
very
in a-
well-dressed man, a man in a suit, and then a man in a slightly too small sports outfit from Haikyuu.
But I do have to say, with regards to the Demon Slayer film,
Yeah.
I don't know why they called it Mugen Train.
I don't really
Because-
know either.
Because Mugen in Japanese means limitless or infinity.
Limitless.
So it would have sounded cooler if they said Demon Slayer, like Infinity Train or something, right?
Yeah.
But they
Mugen
went with
Train.
the one word that sounds awful in English.
Yeah, Mugen. Yeah, I mean, I never
Yeah.
knew that, so
Right.
that's why you're the expert, Leilei. Come in and translate everything.
Right. Beastars.
Beastars season 2.
Yeah,
Have you
right.
seen it?
I just finished it a few days ago.
You piled through that stuff.
Yeah, in 2 days.
I don't think the second season is as good as
No,
the
it's
first
not.
one.
No.
What I liked about the first one was that it mixed in this whole new world, but also like an average high school kind of life, you know?
Right, yeah.
And this new one, the new season, while certainly good, I think it kind of goes away from that a little bit and like gets
It
a
does,
little
yeah.
bit. What's this? This is so scary.
I think someone hit a button or something. I don't know.
Should we go out and say, cut the f***ing music off?
I will say, just
Maybe this is like something to do to honor us.
we've been here since 8:30 and it's all gone completely perfectly.
Right.
And then you show up and they start playing f***ing music.
Situation diffused.
Might be the funniest moment on the pod so far. Just randomly.
Dude's completely at loss of what's happening.
Just with this like weirdly, vaguely romantic music.
It's kind of, he feels like,
They're just sitting there just, there you go. That was Freddie and Leilei's anime hour.
Jenny and Leilei, thank you for this. This has boosted me. And this episode, I think. This is...
Oh, so while we have you here, give us your top 3 movies, just
right.
real quick.
Oh.
That's so difficult.
It's the music.
And it's recording. It's the music.
I quite enjoy Minority Report. I think I enjoyed Gattaca when I saw it.
Gattaca? What's that?
It's a movie with Ethan Hawke and
Ethan Bird.
Right, and Jude
Please.
Law and Uma Thurman.
All right.
It's set in
Jude Law? Sorry.
No, that's right.
Please.
I was just trying to...
Please stop.
No.
Yeah.
Please. Conduct yourself in a normal manner.
Well, thank you for watching Freddie and Leilei's anime hour, and also Gattaca talk.
Right.
Thank you to Leilei for coming all the way down here for this segment.
Right.
Genuinely.
Thank you for having me.
The nicest dude you could know. Great dude. Great to see you, man. So thank you for coming on the
Great to see
pod.
you.
So, it's well overdue.
Indeed.
So yeah.
Good stuff.
And now, sharp cut to where Leilei is no longer here. And now, great to see Leilei, who's magically disappeared from wherever he was sitting when we recorded that.
All right.
Which is totally something we already recorded.
I feel like he should sit 6 rows behind us.
Yeah, I think actually, if we could sit him at the bar over there.
God, it's like phone a friend on How to Be a Millionaire. Here's me, Leilei, the anime expert. Oh, I see.
But now, we also, as suggested by Jaden, I think? Jaden Lewis.
Jaden Lewis, okay.
We are also going to have your boy, Yassin. Take it away, us. And now, although unfortunately he couldn't be with us in person, we're going to have a cheeky little segment cameo from Yassin. Wait, we shouldn't say his last name. From Yassin.
From Yassin.
The guy.
Yassin the guy. So,
he's probably not gonna pick up. So that's what being
that's
friends with Yassin is like, ladies and gentlemen. Just really bad.
Just really awful.
Hey, it's your boy. All right.
Talk, fool.
All right, so, it was the 100th episode. We gotta have your boy in there. Plus, we were legally obligated by request via the comments.
Yeah, there's a lot of people asking to see the man.
Yeah. I thought, what better thing to talk about than your area of expertise, which is Netflix original TV shows. So
bring in an expert.
Like
all right.
That's good.
Oh.
So, can you...
80-year-olds.
The dinosaurs of technology. All right.
We didn't...
Let's talk about how Ellen is.
What would be like your short list for top like Netflix shows that you would recommend?
Probably The Crown.
The Crown?
Of course.
Okay.
I knew that was coming, number 1.
Stranger Things. House of Cards.
House of Cards, also good.
Orange is the New Black.
Jeez. I feel like you've just seen every show on Netflix.
Black Mirror.
Those
are my favorites.
Do you like the later seasons of Black Mirror?
The last one's kind of, it's
It's not up to the Yassin standard.
I think my favorite one was like season 4. It's pretty good. There was like one episode that was kind of creepy, and like they're still doing a bunch of like trippy, creepy stuff. So it's pretty good.
Is it the one where Anthony Mackie f***s his friend in a video game?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love that one. That's the only one I've seen from that season.
I mean, there's also the classic one where the prime minister has to like
yeah.
a pig. Can I say that?
Yes, you can.
No.
Trust me, we literally in our gentleman video we named someone the pig fucking lord. So you can say whatever you want.
You can say whatever. Yeah.
Well, I also have to ask then on the flip side, have you seen any Netflix shows that you didn't enjoy? And if you say either Better Call Saul or BoJack Horseman, I know where you live. So.
BoJack Horseman.
But you haven't seen BoJack Horseman. You're not.
I saw season 1.
Oh, that's the worst season.
You do have a weird affection to BoJack Horseman.
It's such a good show.
I have a question, because Peaky Blinders, it has like the Netflix symbol, but I don't think it was originally a Netflix show.
I don't know. Do you not like Peaky Blinders?
That one would be at the top of the list.
Peaky Blinders is. I'm a great friend because I watched
Peaky Blinders. So
You watched like the first episode.
I like Killian's,
Killian's hairdo.
Killian's so good.
Yeah,
Killian's hairdo is kind of stupid.
Wow. Well, take it
Said
up.
it.
Take it up with him.
It grows on you.
Just like it grows on him. Am I right? I guess you two can start a f***ing podcast then. All right, well there you have it. I guess Peaky Blinders and The Crown, top 2.
Top Yassin recommendation.
And bottom 1 would probably be
BoJack Horseman.
No.
Probably the worst show on Netflix.
Isn't there a dating show where they all dress up as animals now? You've
I
seen
don't
it.
think I've seen that one.
Oh.
That sounds like your screenplay you're working on.
All right, well thank you for stopping by episode 100. It was, I mean, when I say it was a necessity, it sounds kind of like we didn't want you, but we also did want you. But it was also a necessity. You gotta have
legal
Yassin.
obligation. Yeah.
And or Yassin, according to some comments and memes as it is written. But you are an iconic part of the podcast as the friend that I like more than Freddie. And yeah, thanks for coming on.
Of course, thanks for having me. There's a gorilla behind you though, by the way.
If anyone ever asks such a question, why is there?
By the way, I don't think they know. Yeah. You just go, oh goodness.
If we can just be
or they might be talking about this gorilla.
Wait, Loki, should we just quickly call him?
Yeah, call back in. We'll just say he cut out.
Sorry about that. But it was a horribly offensive thing to ask us what the gorilla was. It's George from the movie Rampage. Starring
in case you were.
I thought it was Planet of the Apes.
Well, now we're yeah, great to have you on, and I'll see you soon at least. I don't know when you're gonna see him.
I think I'll see him tomorrow.
Oh, well,
so
I guess you'll see him sooner than I. So. Once again, maybe you guys should start a podcast. All right, we'll see you soon, man. Great to see you. Great to see Yassin. Thank you, Yassin, for dropping by. Good stuff. Back to the cinema. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe it's now time for
the Tom Cnews.
That also took way longer. There's both like fumbling.
Oh, I did it slow and cool.
No, I did it very slowly, but not coolly.
Oh,
right. We have a little tragic tale to tell about the Tom Cnews for the Pod 100.
Oh,
because I was gonna, basically, I had an epic thing planned.
Okay.
Where there's a website called Cameo.
Ah, yes.
Where you can get celebrities and non-celebrities, it turns out. Sorry, that's a very unnecessary take.
And fools.
No, sorry, no, I didn't mean that. To say things for money, which is how we got Michael Nathanson. That sounds very, to do your bidding for a bit of cash. Shout out Michael Nathanson.
Shout out to my boy.
That's how we got that. But basically, there's a guy on Cameo called Not Tom Cruise, who's a dude who looks vaguely like Tom Cruise, and he does Tom Cruise impressions for you.
When you say vaguely, how vague are we talking?
I mean, he puts on a pair of sunglasses, and he kind of...
he's a blonde woman.
And you can kind of see the resemblance. But basically, he does this Tom Cruise impression, and I thought it would be hilarious if we got, for the Tom Cnews, Tom Cruise
right,
saying like,
boom, boom.
Shout out to the podcast or whatever. It would be really fun.
Yeah.
I paid over, I can't remember what it was, but it was 800 kroner.
800. That's over $100.
I think over $100 for this Cameo. Which, by the way, for the record, has been refunded. Just so we're clear.
So
I'm not coming to sue you.
He didn't steal.
But I got a message from him saying, because this is a shout out for your podcast, it technically counts as like a brand thing. And so
the podcast should never be called a brand. What's wrong with this guy?
And so, guess how much it would have cost to do a brand shout out from a Tom Cruise impressionist?
I feel like you said $1,500 or something like that.
$2,000.
$2,000. Which for like what? Like a 60-second video
of a guy doing a Tom Cruise impression, which translates to 13,000 kroner, I believe.
Also, I wouldn't pay Tom Cruise that kind of money for like a 5-minute video.
13,000. This costs just under 2,000 kroner.
Yeah.
This would have been 6 times this cinema for a Tom Cruise impression. I feel like
guy who doesn't even look like Tom Cruise.
I feel like I must have read it wrong. So it's like 2,000. Also, what brands are getting Tom Cruise? We're getting really angry.
Yeah, he makes it sound like he's got all these huge companies. Oh, sorry, I got to do a thing for Volkswagen next.
So hey, look, the guy, he seemed very nice. He refunded my money and everything.
Did he?
He did. He seemed like a nice
he?
guy. He seemed like a nice guy. No hate to him. I just think that is a bit of a ridiculous price point, if I'm honest.
I won't lie to you. That f***ing sucks.
But to compensate, we're doing our own Tom Cruise impressions for the Tom Cnews.
That's honestly,
so f***ing get ready for this.
We might lose a lot more money on this than we would have.
As soon as I put on the glasses, I transform. You ready?
All right, yeah. All
right, and I just rattle off.
I'm gonna eat your wife, Peter.
Just rattle off any Tom Cruise quotes you can remember.
Oh
that's the wrong door.
All right, listen here, Peter. Now, you've overstepped. Put your manners back in.
Put your manners back in, Peter.
And yourself.
And literally,
got that, Peter?
Literally eat 1,000 dicks, Peter.
Peter, I'm gonna sue you back into your father's balls.
I want the truth. He didn't say that to Peter. That was a different movie.
I want the truth. That's what Peter said. I want the fucking truth.
You want Nicole to be happy?
Tell me the truth, Trues.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
What does he say in American Made? He's like,
God, this is really embarrassing.
In one go. Get it fucking done. Show me the money. What does he say in that one where he's like, you had me at hello? Is that him? I'm gonna shoot you if you don't...
can't handle the truth.
I'll shoot you if you don't drive this cab, Jamie Foxx. It's one of my favorites.
All right, I'll shoot you if you don't drive this cab, Jamie Foxx.
Also, my personal favorite Tom Cruise quote. And if I ever see it again, you're fucking gone.
You know what? I want you to just go straight up to the camera and just scream that.
We're creating thousands of jobs, you motherfuckers. And if I ever see it again, you're fucking gone. And that's on my life. And on your life, because I'll take it.
On all your mother's lives. Put your manners back in, Peter.
Peter, go yourself.
Peter, I'm gonna eat your wife.
What's done is done. When we say it's done.
Ooh, that's quite good. Where's that from?
It's from Mission Impossible, dog.
Dog, man.
I feel the need for speed. All right, well that's the Tom Cnews for this today.
That's the the news is that we're terrible at Tom Cruise impressions. Wait, let me think of one more. I don't understand what I'm involved in. What am I involved in?
That was pretty good. That was good.
Thank you.
That was a good Grossman. Sorry, it was clearly meant as an Ethan Hunt reference.
All
right, well, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Now, as suggested by Baxter White, he suggested we do a little bit of poorly planned podcast ASMR. And I think he suggested Thwilms as well. Who else suggested?
Thwilms?
Movie guy and Baxter White also suggested Thwilms, just to be clear.
Well,
but
we're like Santa. We make wishes come true.
So a little poorly planned ASMR. Here you go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 100th episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict. You probably know me better as B.H.L. Hudson. Here we talk about movies, TV shows, a bunch of nonsense. With me as always is my friend, co-host, and ASMR buddy, Frederick.
What's up, guys? It's honestly, it's a bit of a dream doing this for me. I've always wanted to do an ASMR video, and it's happening.
I'm crying on the inside.
I'm crying on the outside.
Billy, why are you in a birdcage?
Billy, that's a fucking parachute, Billy.
Billy, why is there a parachute?
Peter, I'm gonna eat your wife.
Peter, put your manners back in. Oh, he's definitely bigger. Let's just run through our greatest hits.
All right, yeah.
Thwilms. Brenton tweets.
Cump.
Suck your own dick.
All right.
It's time for
the Tom Cnews. Can I do a beard scratch?
I like how you asked, but then you just did it before I could answer. I would have said no.
We're expanding operations. Betty.
If I ever see it again, you're fucking gone.
I like how these are all just Tom Cruise quotes.
This is just the Tom Cruise segment. Okay, one we have to. We got to do. Let's do the outro. All right. Thanks so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
ASMR.
Very, very nice. All right, Baxter. I hope you're happy.
Yeah.
That's all your fault. All that just happened, that's your fault.
Yeah, you're responsible, Baxter.
That
So
blood is on your hands.
Any legal things that come raining down on us, that's it's on you.
Then Kian had the audacity to suggest we recreate one of our favorite videos of all time. That being the X-Men Beast Mode video. Play the clip.
Wake your ass up, because it's time to go beast mode.
And
it's just such a good video.
It's a great video. I especially love McAvoy just absolutely losing his fucking marbles in the background. So, here you go, Kian.
Wake your ass up, because it's time to go beast mode.
Well, that was tremendous. I straight up thought there was someone behind us for a second.
It's McAvoy.
It's just McAvoy.
Well played, detective. Well played.
Well, welcome back to the cinema. I don't know, we're filming this out of order, so I don't know what part of the pod this is going in, but we have lost our camera member, my girlfriend, so instead we have this epic angle now.
It's quite good.
It's pretty cool. It's
a phone up against a water bottle.
Yeah, and you can see the other camera in it, so it's kind of like a professional.
Arguably way better than before.
Yeah. No offense,
Sorry,
girlfriend, but
sorry, girlfriend.
You've been replaced by a literal water bottle.
By agua.
No, you did a great job. I know you're watching this. Thank you, baby. I love you. Truly, thank you. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but thank you to my girlfriend. She helped a lot with this. Thank you. You were very helpful. Well, next up. So our next segment is something that I think all the viewers have wanted to know for a very long time.
Okay.
Who is the ultimate man?
That is true.
They see us both, they're like two alpha males, super cool dudes, probably living like the greatest lives of all time.
Living like kings.
Yeah. So we will determine who is the ultimate man via a 3-pronged contest.
Yeah.
Which will consist of an arm wrestling match.
Right.
A keep me up football challenge.
True.
And a staring contest.
Staring contest.
The 3 manliest things you can do, I think.
Yeah.
So, let's see who the ultimate man is now.
It's fight day.
It's fight day. I don't think we can actually have him out here. We'll just have a little cameo.
We were gonna have Brett in the background of this. It was
But
gonna be great.
We'll put him back in.
All right.
Man, I have to take off the door, pull up in a dinger, straight through the hole in the floor with the toddlers. Don't know what you thought, by the end of the night, you'll be picking up your jaw. Plants, not 10 or 20, went up in a crop gaff with eggs Benny. Man's egg got cracked and his legs went jelly.
The moment you've all been waiting for to find out who is the ultimate man.
The ultimate big George.
Big George.
The ultimate Big George.
Nice.
All right.
We have a guy cheering for it. Yeah. I do have an injury, just so we're clear.
And I am
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's fucking go! Oh man! Oh, that hurt so bad.
Ooh.
Good game.
That was actually not bad tugging.
Fair play.
Better than last time we did this.
What happened last time?
I lost immediately.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to another cutaway segment.
We're out here.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first challenge.
What do you...
Our second challenge. We're filming this why are we filming in the rain? Who knows? Not our fault. So, this is the second manliness challenge. Who can do more keep me ups, whatever that is. The thing with the football.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, go for it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
Boy. All
right, go for it.
Easy.
All right.
1, 2.
Oh, and score. Okay, congrats to Freddie winning round 2. Woo. 2 out of 3. Time for the final one. Ah!
This one's for all the marbles.
All right. Hello, everyone. And welcome to the final manliness challenge. This is to determine the ultimate man. We're doing a staring contest that will be contested by these two gentlemen. At the gentleman. Being a bro. Alright, so, yeah. Staring contest, you know how this works. So, alright. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
The ultimate man!
I'm really bad at that. Oh my god, I literally looked at you for like, you're so ugly, I looked at you for 2 seconds.
I'm like the sun.
And my eyes started watering.
I thought we were going into like a long...
That was pretty anticlimactic.
3-minute battle.
Yeah.
Well,
way.
I suppose I must concede you are the ultimate man.
It's
so
alright. You did good. You did good, kid. But this is not the world of adults for you yet. I am firmly planted in it already.
So I think I need a minute.
It's
so congratulations to you. You won fair and square.
The staring contest, kind of funny.
That's pretty anticlimactic.
Legit, we were sitting there. All right, get hyped, and it went.
I'm terrible at staring contests, but you are the ultimate man, and as a result, I have a gift for the ultimate man.
No, you needn't have.
You can tell it's from me because of how it's wrapped.
Roses are red. I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
I don't know if you recognize those words.
I don't.
Well, that's probably for the best. I think it says more about me that I wrote that than you that you don't realize it's a quote from the movie Jack and Jill.
The Laugh Out Loud 4-movie collection. This is the biggest lie I've ever seen. Let me just show this to the camera.
Yeah.
Boom.
So in case the camera can't pick it up, it's a 4-movie combo DVD featuring 4 Adam Sandler films.
There's 50 First Dates. Honestly, wait. Oh no, that one's not great. Click, not a huge fan. Big Daddy and Mr. Deeds. These are all some of Sandler's mediocre works.
So I thought, I think genuinely we give pretty badass gifts to each other, like in our real lives. So. But for the pod and for this kind of contest,
you can't not give the Laugh Out Loud movie collection.
Well, I have a little story behind this. I was in America and I found myself in a Walmart of all places.
I'll toss this.
Yeah. And I spent genuinely 15 minutes searching through this massive bargain bin of DVDs looking for Rampage. So I was like, that is the most bargain.
They've got
it's the most bargain bin movie of all time. They had Robin Hood, they had Skyscraper, I'm pretty sure. No Rampage. So I ended up picking out something that actually cost more than a bargain bin DVD.
4 bargain bin DVDs.
And I also enjoy that you don't even have a DVD player.
I know.
So it's just a thing that can go on your wall,
Thank you.
So congrats on being the ultimate man.
This is what a man needs.
It's what every boy gets when he becomes a man, in my opinion. So yeah, there you go. Congrats on being a man.
Thanks, you say that so patronizing.
Thanks for congrats on beating me.
No worries.
I just hate in my notes here I've written Crowned Freddy the Ultimate Man in parentheses with Sandler DVD.
God, that is
That's the most pod note you could ever write. Well, now it's time for, and it's a shame that she's left now because this was I specifically put it in here for brownie points with my girlfriend. But,
okay.
No.
It's time for the Best Girlfriend Award.
My girlfriend did in fact give me this Marvel Cinematic Universe trivia. Trivia 140 questions. So we're going to be doing all 140 questions.
Yes. There's a reason this is 6 hours long.
No, but she said, she specifically wrote in the note, maybe use on the pod sometime.
That's kind of thoughtful.
It's been since February. So I thought,
and I decided to do it.
It was about time we finally did it. Something we go through maybe three questions each.
That sounds good.
And also because we talk about MCU a lot. We talk about superhero movies a lot. We have to
include some. It's very fitting.
And we do quiz episodes. It's so perfect. This.
God, love you, babe.
Thank you. Thank you, girlfriend, whose name I don't know if I'm allowed to say her name. Just in general, it's like Voldemort.
No.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question.
It lives.
In Thor Ragnarok, Korg introduces himself saying he's made of stone and not to be afraid unless what?
Unless you're scissors.
It's actually C, you're made of scissors. Incorrect.
Damn it.
Question 2.
Yeah, this is very demoralizing.
Who finds the Tesseract when searching for Steve Rogers in Captain America: The First Avenger? Also, I realized I was supposed to give you multiple choice there.
Okay.
So,
well, I knew it, which is just even more impressive.
Bucky Barnes, Howard Stark, Edwin Jarvis, Peggy Carter.
Gotta be the dude whose name I don't remember now.
Edwin Jarvis?
That's the one.
Nope. It's Howard Stark. Your boy Dominic Cooper.
Dominic Cooper.
Also, for some reason on this, they've put the correct answer highlighted, and then also, I guess, like the closest other answer with a little bit of thing on it. It's like, that doesn't count. Like, it wasn't Peggy Carter who found him.
Or is that like what most people say or something?
I don't know. Yeah, it's just wrong. Anyway, it probably...
Stupid. What a terrible game, girlfriend.
What is Hela the goddess of? Death, war, darkness, evil deeds. The goddess of evil deeds would be pretty fucking lame. I'm the goddess
of not so good things. Death.
It is.
Can I
And
say?
finally, from my side, what are the Avengers eating after the Battle of New York? Pizza, ice cream, shawarma, or noodles?
Noodles.
Just a single noodle they all share between them.
That's shawarma.
It is.
I've always wanted to try shawarma. That's what Iron Man says.
It's my Hulk.
It's my Hulk.
I better get all these right if I'm, can ever carry myself as a YouTuber again.
Well, should you not get multiple choice then?
Yeah, go for it. I'm a beast.
What do Hawkeye and Black Widow remember very differently?
Budapest.
That's actually not right.
Yeah, it is.
All right, that's from the list below. Which movie came out first? Oh, so
Well, you kind of have to give me multiple choice. Just like no multiple choice on this one.
Go think. Thor: The Dark World, The Avengers, Iron Man 3, or Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
It's The Avengers.
It's too easy.
What can I say?
All right.
I'm a legend. I'm gonna cut that out. That was.
I'm a legend.
I also did this. So that's quite cringe.
Let's see here.
I can't be stumped. It's impossible. They call me the unstumpable.
These are so easy. I'm trying to find one that's actually difficult.
The unstumpable Hulk.
What is the name of the unstumpable Hulk? You hearing this, dude? What is the name of the new AI Stark creates for his Iron Man armor?
The new one.
It is.
So not Jarvis.
I don't know.
Friday?
So easy. Damn it. All right. Wait. One more.
You should probably never make it rain after answering an MCU trivia question correctly.
I'm totally blocking you out of my peripheral right now. So you do you. I'll give you these afterwards and be like,
okay.
The real man.
I'm the real manliness winner.
What does Thor bring back with him after he travels back in time to Asgard?
The ether?
I'll give you 4 options. Which is wrong, by the way.
Oh, Mjolnir. Damn it. Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah.
God. Oh, sorry, that was... What a rookie mistake
Bit of a slip up for me.
That was,
The ether he also brought back, just to be clear.
Well,
great, brilliant.
So do you want to make it rain just quickly? Like a few of them?
No, that'd be so hard to clean up.
No, just 3. I just wanted to...
I don't feel good about this.
Wait. And the winner of the Marvel Trivia Quiz and coolest dude, totally not a pervert, is...
I'm not.
BHL Hudson. That's so lame.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna pick this up before we forget it. Before someone else gets this treasure.
My girlfriend would kill me.
She counts them every night. If you have a lid, I could.
If you have a lid, I could. I don't know. Do I have a lid?
It's in the lid. Is it in the lid?
This confusion is brilliant. I might have the lid.
The fuck?
Face the camera when you do this.
Oh. All right. Well.
Oh, the BHL booty shot.
Anyway, as you know, the fans are a big part of what makes the pod special, as we'll talk about a little bit later as well. But we decided to go to the fans for a little Q&A action.
We did.
We had to do it because it's the pod way. You got to do a little Q&A.
We're mysterious men.
Yeah, everyone needs to know.
Not many things are known.
No, and you need to know everything about us.
Exactly.
So, here is the Q&A segment. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first...
I had this face when you said it.
Welcome to another cutaway gag.
Jokesters?
Little early morning recording on this one. It's currently 4 a.m.
It's not light outside.
The fans make the pod, you know?
They do.
So we gotta... I mean, not literally. It's literally...
It's literally
us too.
It's us, so get off your high horse.
Yeah, stop trying to take credit,
Yeah.
GC.
Please. Know your place.
But... in a more metaphorical sense.
Put your manners back in.
In a more metaphorical sense, the fans do make the pod. So we had to answer some questions. We're going to try to speed run this a little bit because there were a few, we'll see. I mean, some of these definitely deserve long, in-depth answers, which we'll get to.
And the others, very quick ones.
Movie Boy 2011. Hi, big fan of the channel. I don't know why I said like he was like a really super...
Hi!
Super, like,
big fan!
Excited, like, businessman or something. Like, big fan of the channel.
Let's talk business now.
Big fan of the channel. Would BHL Hudson ever be on FDK Gaming and play video games? Now, this is something we have
talked
teased
about
for so long.
We've had so many teases of this thing.
And,
that hopefully it'll happen.
And it will never happen. No, we have to sometime.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be a legendary moment in YouTube history.
The revival of the BHL Hudson channel is what would happen there.
See, I told you. If you could have one person, famous or not, join the podcast as a third member, who would that be? So, like, that's permanent fixture to the pod.
A permanent fixture.
What does a third member? So, like, not like a guest. I mean, we could be boring and go with, like, Yassin or Leilei, because, like...
But that would ruin this podcast, wouldn't it?
Because realistically, I mean, they would be good additions to the pod if we were forced by gunpoint to add one.
But out of the... I won't lie. Someone who'd bring some nuttiness, and he's also down to earth, I think. So he wouldn't shadow over us. Michael Nathanson, the man, he'll sit and say weird things that no one understands.
There's a little tease to some story we'll have to tell someday about the horrificness.
We're under contract not to say right now.
We're totally not, but I just feel like we shouldn't at this point, but it'll be so juicy in a few years. So, okay, real person, probably like Yassin or Leilei. Maybe one of our teachers, because we've had some good banter with them.
That would be good.
But I think a famous person, one that I would love to have as a guest, Mess Mikkelsen, like a guest host. Because I feel like he'd be so chill. And like,
he would be so chill.
But I also think as a permanent fixture, we need someone, because Mess is very chilled, we need someone who can kind of like have a bit of chaotic energy, which is why Josh Gad would be my choice.
I was between Nathanson and Gad.
Like John Krasinski or something could be like a fun kind of...
I feel like John Krasinski.
He's
too vanilla.
Yeah, he doesn't have the spice. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
unanswered.
Yeah. So we wouldn't want to. Awesome Man 13. How long has it been since you gadded your thwaites inside of a Mikkelsen while on top of a Dwayne? So you see why I said some of these will require a long answer.
Oh yeah, that's
well, it all began.
That's a whole UN debate.
When was the last time you gadded your thwaites? It sounds like preparing your eggs in the morning or something. Like, I'm just gadding my thwaites.
Gadding my thwaites?
Inside of a Mikkelsen. On top of a Dwayne. Inside of a Mikkelsen.
Okay, well, so let's break this down. Mikkelsen is
a house. You're inside of a... We built a Mikkelsen on top of a Dwayne.
We bought a Mikkelsen?
Okay, we're done. Okay. That's it.
Alright, you killed it.
Sean Grant. Past episode 100, do you see yourselves changing the format at all, inviting a guest on, or would you rather stay with the hilarious... He says, would you rather stay with the hilarious format you're doing now? So good save there.
Okay, yeah.
We'd be very insulted.
Would you rather change everything that's shit about the show, or want to keep it decent?
I think I would love to, like, maybe have a guest on for some episode.
Yeah, not make it like a regular every episode thing, but like...
and maybe switch things up a little, like have maybe a new segment or something. I think we'll keep it pretty traditional.
Yeah.
For a while.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
After 4 years and 100 episodes of this podcast, what do the two of you consider to be your personal favorite episode you've recorded?
Oh,
that's a good
That's a good question.
I'm a big fan of the characters we could beat up ones.
I love those as well. Those are quite good. I also... The thing is, I'm sure we were a lot more analytical to begin with, but I really feel like we've just, after like episode 20, we just...
kind of went off the rails.
We became our own thing,
Yeah, it started a bit, I don't want to say a bit too tame, but like it started on the BHL channel. It was kind of a little bit more...
Yeah, I'd never really talked to anyone before, and it was like... Yeah.
I wasn't good at human communication,
I
might say.
It's just, I might not still, but...
But I do think, as it's gone, we kind of have sort of just...
We've made our own thing.
Yeah, I don't want to say given up on, like, trying to be, like, serious.
Given up on being actually good at anything.
I think we just kind of cut loose and had fun with it. And I think my personal might be, it's between
best superhero movie costumes, or best and worst of costumes.
Okay.
There are so many moments in that make me burst out laughing.
Yeah.
There's us talking about 66 Batman. There's us talking about Catwoman. You talking about Ben Affleck Batman smacking people in the face with his huge penis. It's a tremendous episode. And then also and this is kind of flew under the radar a bit, but the episode where we talk about Kingsman 1.
Kingsman 1.
Has so many moments in it that make me laugh out loud.
See, I mean, I don't remember all of the ones we recorded. I'm sure there's, like, some that I'm missing right now, but, like, obviously the Versus episode, I mean, not the Versus, also the Versus, but, like, the characters we could beat up, the characters we would want to be episode is
That's
also quite good.
That's a good
I
one.
do quite like that
Phil
one.
Coulson in that one. Yeah.
And Christian Grey.
Well.
He's good in anything, isn't he?
When's that Tom Cruise movie's sequel episode you teased in the original episode happening?
God, we haven't watched a single one of the ones we needed to.
Well, yeah, as soon as we watch more Tom Cnews. But I actually am on my path to that because yesterday, on your recommendation, I did watch Collateral.
Oh, did you?
And it was quite good.
Right?
So we,
quite a good
We're
Cruise
on the
performance.
path. So probably in like 10 years.
Well, yeah, because also, that wasn't that long ago that we recorded that, was it?
No. And also, we might even have talked about...
Be patient, Sam.
we might have...
Sam?
Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
We might have even talked about Collateral because you'd seen it, so...
Yeah.
We're actually -5 steps closer. But eventually. Chili Dogs asks, Tom Cruise, Josh Gad, and Brenton Thwaites enter, only one man leaves. Who would win?
So, Josh Gad, Brenton Thwaites, and who?
And Tom Cruise. Well, Tom Cruise would probably... It'd be a matter of seconds before he got his knife out.
This is the question: is how fast would Tom Cruise emerge?
Yeah, it's Cruise easily. Sorry.
Yeah, come on.
Super Jordan Archives. The most important question ever: Benedict, Freddie, George, and Dwayne versus Tom Cruise, Thwaites. I'm seeing a pattern here. Josh Gad, Depp, and the Cat in the Hat in a fist fight.
Right,
I think George would clean up all of them.
Clean up.
Yeah, really.
Make it a little messy.
Using really, really cool terms here. I think George would clap them up, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sure he would #pwn them. Okay, George is the reserve.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, we go in with... And we have Dwayne, too. We have a massive fucking guy.
Got Thwaites and Josh Gad.
I guess Depp and Tom Cruise and the Cat in the Hat would be tough, because Cat in the Hat is like an interdimensional monster.
And weird.
As is Tom Cruise.
And Depp, he likes to dabble.
Yeah, but I think we would take that.
I think so.
No offense, guys.
No, sorry.
Kian Konecki, when do you think the money will go to your head? Probably when we start making money.
No, it's already happening, kind of.
I mean, the BHL money's gone to my head, but none of the pod money.
Yeah, I've got no money at all to speak of.
Yeah.
The one thing I have is
sadness. Oh. Yeah, I got Freddie this book. It doesn't make it much better if I say that, does it?
No.
It's like, called How to Live with a Huge Penis. How to be a huge penis. You know.
Advice, meditations, and wisdom for men who have too much.
It's a hand-me-down. I read it first, and then now you can...
Oh yeah, you're like, this doesn't apply to me.
It's like, why did I buy this?
This is the opposite of what I need. How to live with a vacuum between your legs.
GC Green. I'm currently entering what everyone tells me is the most difficult year at high school. How did you two go about handling the tough years of high school, along with living a happy social life and putting out content? Any pieces of advice or stress-avoiding tactics?
Very sweet question, first of all. You assume we did this, though.
Yeah, you assume we had happiness or a social life.
Or that we graduated high school.
Or that we've ever had any kind of education. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, not to get too grim here, but, like, the second, like, the last year of high school... or the first half of it at least, because then the second half was basically canceled because of Corona, was pretty rough. Like, it was pretty stressful.
I mean, yeah, it was a weird, very weird mixture of the thing, because the first half of the year, we had the whole, like, build up to exams and stuff like that, a bunch of essays we had to write, and then in March we find out that it's all been for naught.
Yeah, so
I don't think
we're probably not super qualified.
Yeah, I don't think we're the people to ask about this.
But we did have a year and a half of, like, pretty stressful like workload. My advice, I mean, I will say, like, expect it to be difficult to balance, like, social life and, like, I mean, putting out content. You can see on my channel. I mean, and even the podcast. Yeah. There was a spell where we just didn't put out anything.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't have time. But it's important to. I would just suggest, I guess, like, try to compartmentalize and be organized, because that's the only way you can really manage to, like, the way I did it, just, and again, not to get too technical, but, like, I like to divide up work into different, like if you know, like, okay, I have to read 60 pages by this day, divided up by the number of days, read that many pages each day, and then you just finish the work for the day and then you can relax kind of thing.
Or you don't do the work.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but just try to...
hang in there.
Yeah, and try to organize it, I guess would be my advice. But good luck, GC. Cal, well, we go from like a pretty important question to Cal W. Do you have any cheddar cheese? I need some. Well, sorry, we're not your
local pizzeria.
Your DoorDash, Cal W. I don't think we have any cheddar cheese currently. Sorry.
Is that a reference to something, or is it just him being...
No, I think it's just him wanting cheddar cheese.
Strange.
Yeah. Michael Scarn asks, how would you react if Tom Cruise trashed the podcast? I think if he ever found out about the podcast, he would trash it.
I don't know.
I don't think he'd have a sense of humor about that kind of thing.
No, but at the same time, I don't think he'd care.
No, I mean, I don't think he'll ever find the podcast.
No, but if he found it and listened, I think he would just smile.
But I would love that, honestly. If he just put it like out a tweet or a rant or something, like, man, I fucking hate these kids. That'd be kind of
so funny.
But
I'd also get us publicity.
Yeah, but Cruz, just
Please,
know
Cruz.
it's all in good fun, and we love you, and it's all just jokes. Please accept us.
Please.
What was the initial expectation for the podcast when it began in 2017?
That's a good question. I don't know. Like, when you tell... Are we showing the messages in this
We
episode?
did that at the start of this pod.
Right, sorry, I forget.
Time travel.
God, this is really gonna mess me up.
I don't know if I had any, like, expectations per se.
They were very low if they were there.
Like, I don't think I thought it'd be, like, a fun thing to do.
Yeah, but not really expect anything, just kind of dive into it, see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think...
First few episodes, kind of stale, then it got good.
I mean, episode 2, literally the audio is fucking garbage.
Is it?
Because something happened on the mic where, like, it had this huge buzzing in the background, so I tried to, like, edit it down, and it just sounds like we're recording underwater. I don't know how people listen to that, but, like, I've never had sort of an expectation. Of course, like, we try to, move, forward. Forward in, like, the views and the subs and stuff, but, like, unlike maybe with the BHL channel, I've never really had, like, that
grand goals or inspirations.
Like, we're not like, we have to hit, like, we really want to hit, like, 50,000 subs.
We've said it before, we'd do this if it was, like, 100 people listening.
Yeah, which it is.
Hey, sometimes
basically.
it is, yeah.
So, we just do this because it's fun and, the people who listen seem to enjoy it. Basically, this is what I would have wanted if we had started and you'd told
me. You sound
me,
hesitant.
If you'd told me that, like, yeah, if you showed me, like, the kind of episodes we'd be doing now and how much fun we're having, like, this is what I would have wanted to keep going.
It's a good time.
This may be too personal, but what do you and Freddie study in post-secondary school? Well, you may answer that if you would like.
I study environmental science with a touch of marine biology in there.
Jeez. Yeah, so I've taken a gap year. Hopefully, I mean, I don't actually have any confirmation of anything when we're recording this, but hopefully
it's such a strange system to me that you find out so late.
Yeah, I find out pretty late where I'm going, but hey, oh well. But hopefully, I will be starting this year, and the goal is either to be studying film or English. So a little BHL thing, a little less intelligent than it made me look real dumb there. Yeah, I'm studying environmental studies, maybe a bit of biomedicine in there,
a touch of marine science,
some nuclear bomb making,
some nuclear bomb exploding and some.
But yeah, film / maybe English literature. We'll see what happens. I'm sorry, I do not know how to pronounce this name.
Let's see.
Let's say Nicholas. You can let us know in the comments how to pronounce it.
It's gonna be like Jeffrey.
Sorry. The most important question of all: is George definitely bigger?
Obviously. What? Come on. Next question.
Alexis Herrera. Both have been doing this podcast for 4 years now. How has making this podcast changed you two? Has it brought you benefits? I'd say it's brought us a lot of
negatives.
Disadvantages. Yeah. I mean, not to get too sweet and wholesome, but I mean, it's brought tons of, like,
fun memories and just good times.
Yeah.
If one's upset, listen to a bit of the pod.
Yeah, it's been delightful to make. Yeah, I mean, like, occasionally. I don't know if we should put this out in the universe, but occasionally, if we're feeling a bit, a bit down or something, we need a little bit of a pick me up, and we're not able to talk in person. You can just throw in the pod, and it's basically like hanging out with you, in a weird way. So that's fun.
It's a weird way, and it's a weird thing, but it just works. I think.
I also genuinely think it's made us both, like, and I mean, you can also, I can't really speak for you, but like better speakers, I guess, or like.
I think I've gone down quite a bit.
I don't know, like,
my vocabulary is just
more articulate or more able to make.
I mean, I'll say I think you're already a pretty good speaker with the whole BHL video.
Stop it! Stop it!
Yeah. No,
I was the
know.
morning meeting host though, so calm
Yeah,
down.
You did. You did give a lot of speeches. But yeah, and also by the way, some of the things that it's resulted in, like, well, also, I mean, the community around it, and like, you know, that's been super fun.
We've built a village because of this pod.
Like the fan page and like all the comments and stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
And also in our personal lives, like, it just kind of makes me laugh whenever I was at a party recently and someone like brought it up. I mean, they were a little out of it. They were like, do you know Bang does a podcast? And then someone else was like, you have a podcast? And they looked it up on their phone. They're like, how to beat Olaf? And I was like,
oh goodness.
Jeez.
Well, I'm still baffled by the thing where I went to Scotland, met with one of our friends there, and then one of his flatmates
was a fan.
Is a fan. What the hell?
Shout out to that
I was
guy.
really not cool about that, by the way. When I met him, I was like,
you smacked him in the face.
I was like, I didn't know what to say because he kind of hyped it up a bit. I walked in, I was like, "Hear you a fan of the pod?" And he goes, "What?" I was like,
I'm so sorry.
The podcast. He's like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Oh yeah." God. I felt like a celebrity for a second there, and then it
was all brought crashing down.
No, it wasn't good.
As it should be. Do you have any future plans or goals to do in the next few years? I don't know if you mean
with the pod or just
generally
in life.
No to both.
Yeah, I was gonna say neither.
I assume you mean the pod because yes, we do have future plans and goals for ourselves, but with the pod,
just keep it going.
Keep it going, and again, like we said, maybe add a couple of new segments, but keep it going.
See what happens. Kind of
see what we can improve
our way forward. Yeah.
Have either of you thought about maybe doing streams on Twitch? I have not, but maybe you. I'm being a gamer boy.
I mean, I once toyed with the idea, but that was when FTK Gaming was flourishing.
Well,
so if that was ever a time.
Not big plans for us currently.
Not right now.
But we'll see.
Yeah, who knows? It's yeah.
We can start the kickoff too. Jake Nelson asks, how hard is it maintaining the podcast living in Freddy's shadow, Benedict?
This made me feel very good.
It's pretty difficult.
This made me I like this.
I do remember on one of the earlier podcasts, someone with very nice intentions, they wrote like, so it was something like, I love the dynamic in the show where like BHL brings like the information and Freddy's the funny one. And I was like,
all right, that's
it's I deserve it.
It's fair.
I will say with a lot of YouTube duos, there's always
the schmuck.
There's the funnier one, and then there's the way more successful one.
Or there's the both.
Yeah, no, it's very difficult. It's a big fat shadow. That's for sure. Movie Guy asks, how are you both dealing with the pandemic for the past year and a half or so? Has it affected you in a positive or negative way? Well, there's obviously been a lot of negative to it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll say, like, obviously it's been very difficult with not being able to see as many people and stuff like that, but I think, and not to sound pompous or anything here, but I think we've had it better in Denmark than in a lot of countries.
No, we're very lucky.
So I think we've definitely felt it less than others have.
Yeah, we're both definitely in, like, one of the better situations you could be in. And that's not us, like, trying to gloat or anything. That's just, like,
it's just,
we're very lucky.
And I used to live, like, way out in the country as well, so, like, I felt it even less out there, like during the summertime as well. So it's like,
well, that's the thing. Also, I mean, for a lot of the past year, I was on a gap year where, I mean, I had plans to travel, but the fact that I couldn't, I mean, I sort of just made the best of it. And I guess I was in, again, a pretty great situation where, like, I didn't have school that I had to do online. So, like, the fact that I stayed home, I could just sort of, again, not to get too personal, but, like, I've had a lot of fun this year, just like having fun with family and working on my YouTube stuff, and then also being able to see friends in whatever capacity. Yeah, and also the fact that it, I mean, canceled our exams and like the second huge stressful part of the year. While of course initially, genuinely, I was kind of upset about it because I studied so hard.
I know, I was like,
I was so ready for it.
Math, I'm happy that they canceled.
But on the other hand, like, yeah, the first half of the last year of high school was pretty difficult to deal with, like, work-wise. So to get, like, a break from it was pretty good. So obviously it's a terrible thing and it's had negative effects, but the two of us, I think, have had a better time with it than, like,
others.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're very fortunate. When can we expect the BHL and FTK Gaming collab on the main channels, minus the top 10 DC movies video that came out a few years ago, where you made a sneaky Bane cameo?
Right. Oh, that was my introduction to the
hate
YouTube
on
world.
The internet. Like we said, I gotta make an appearance on FTK, and yeah, you can absolutely.
I'll let you in on the BHL sometime.
You can ride my coattails if you want. No, yeah, we gotta have you on the main channel. I'm thinking, yeah, again, in some little cameo capacity would be fun. Days of Future Past or Winter Soldier or Guardians of the Galaxy, rank them. I would go
Guardians first for me.
Yeah, probably. I love all. These are three of my favorite superhero movies ever. I'd say Guardians, Winter Soldier, Days of Future Past, but I love Days of Future Past.
I'd put Days of Future Past above Winter Soldier.
Fair enough. Since May 2017, when you both started the podcast, what motivates you to keep going further? And in these past 4 years, have you had any regrets starting the pod?
I regret it every single minute of my existence.
Every morning when I wake up, I realize
oh my
it's still
God.
there.
Whenever I wake up, I realize I'm part of a podcast. I'm about to say I run. No, never. I mean, it's basically just our friendship put to screen. We don't really...
Yeah. I mean, like, this is minus some of the more sweet and wholesome moments we have in our friendship, and also, like, all the, you know, personal stuff we talk about. It's basically, it's just how we would talk about
how
movies.
we are.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's not a regret at all, but there were points where I hated myself. No. And there were points where, like, when we were kind of taking a break with it, and I was trying to think, like...
What could we do better?
Yeah, I wasn't stressed about it, but I was like, how can we bring it back? When are we going to be able to do it again? And it's sort of, like, those moments were kind of stressful about it.
So if anything, we regret not continuing it and taking a break.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I think it all worked out fine in the end, and I think it helped. You know, we also had developed, and we didn't have time to do it, basically. And what motivates you to keep going, like we said, it's just, like, we don't really need motivation. Like, it's just fun. And I will say something that does motivate me, seeing, like, the fans, like, the comments.
And also, the fact that there's a fan page, there's 2 fan pages,
and, like, people saying, like, because, I'll be honest, there's some times where, like, I'm a bit busy, and I'm like, I might not have time to edit the pod that day, and, like, genuinely, as cheesy as it sounds, people saying, like, oh man, I look forward to this every week, it helps me through, like, a tough work day or something.
Yeah, it's a good motivator.
Yeah, so yeah, good stuff. G Chamberlain 71, not a question, but I want you two to watch the Nick Cage movie Monday and talk about it. It will change your life.
Monday?
We'll put it on the list. Okay. Kian asks, when are you going to tell Freddie the news? And Movie Guy responded, oh shoot, delete your comment, Freddie is gonna know. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea what this is about. So I don't know if this is like a meme of like, they're just trying to like prank both of us, or if there's actual news that I've forgotten about, in which case I'm sorry, Kian.
News?
I'm pregnant?
That's what I was thinking.
But that's not news. I don't know, but there you have it.
So what a mysterious way to end on.
Kind of ominous. I'm a little scared. Wait, let me just make sure there's nothing else that I've missed here. So that was the Q&A. Thank you for asking your questions. Now back to
the studio.
And now, as we'll get to in a future segment very shortly, but a little moment of wholesomeness, and it is like genuinely, I feel like in our real life friendship, we have a lot of wholesome moments of appreciation. It's a little bit hard to sort of get that across when we're recording, because it's also such a jokey, fun environment.
It is. It'd be weird to just like splice in very, very serious and emotional stuff, but
but I'm gonna fucking try.
But here we fucking go.
No, but I just, for the episode 100, I did just want to say, like, genuinely, like a genuine just thank you. I mean, I know you don't have to thank for like friendship, but like, I don't know. I feel like we've had such a incredible friendship that's like, because we have so many genuinely the moments that like I've laughed the most in my life, like most of them are with you.
Yeah, I know. And likewise, yeah.
and also like legit, I mean, for as much as we laugh, like you've helped me through like so many things, like especially last autumn, there was a lot of like personal stuff going on, helped me through so much. You're like always there to help me, and like truly just the definition of like best friend you could ask for. So knocks over whole set. I just want to say thank you. Sure.
Right back at you. Like you sound like
it's a one-way street.
Yeah, but like you've been there for me throughout everything as well. When there's anything wrong, anything I'm down or anything, unless it's obviously most times because of you, you're always there to help out. Yeah. And yeah, just so many, and also through the pod, a lot of just amazing, fun memories we've created, and many more to come. But yeah, like
the podcast has been like, I don't want to say an instrumental part of our friendship, but it was a necessity.
But it was a legal obligation.
But like, it's been so helpful, like so fun.
And it's also just a thing that's kind of like, not that we needed an excuse, but like it's definitely something that's also like kept us close, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because we went to different schools. Like, we haven't gone to the same school in 3 years. And I feel like closer and closer with you. Yeah. Which obviously is not only because of the pod, but I think it definitely helps that we've got this kind of like thing to always focus on as well. And then everything around it as well. It's just,
Yeah, well,
It's brilliant.
especially like when you went off to Scotland,
Left me behind like an asshole.
but like some of those days, like highlight of my day was like at the end of the day we're gonna record a little podcast.
It was
you know?
genuinely- no, like as me as well. Like sitting over there, not knowing a lot of people, like hearing a familiar voice. It was just it made the day better.
So hey, thank you. Put it right there.
Thank you.
Put it right there. Well, now it's time for the Tom Cnews.
So we didn't get a Tom Cruise impressionist, so we'll do our own.
Well, now, all right. I am going to read this out basically like a legal disclaimer, just for the record.
Okay.
Because this is some dicey waters we're walking on here. That's not really an expression, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
So, okay, let's first do
what's happening here.
Let's do the fun part of the intro first. As many of you know, in February 2020, I purchased for Frederick a cardboard cutout of actor Brett Dalton. As a bit of a meme, it's kind of
also
just
a bit of a genuine love story thing.
bit of a sign of real friendship. I don't know, because it's just our sense of humor. Just kind of weird and random and just funny.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Here's the clip of him.
You know our
receiving
humor. It's really funny.
it. Here's the clip of him seeing it for the first time.
I would like you to open your eyes.
And now since then, with you moving to Scotland, your family moving house, it's come time where the family is not a big fan of Brett Dalton anymore.
Well,
the Brett Dalton cardboard cutout.
That's also I've been hiding him throughout my home in precarious places. We'll just say, in the shower, behind a door, peeking down the stairs, at the top of the stairs very ominously, in order to scare my family, which has happened on multiple occasions.
It's been very effective.
And one time, it was more like I think the most fun one of it, or most funny one, was when it wasn't really surprise or like horror. It was just like confusion. I heard. Why is Brett Dalton in the bathroom? I hear from downstairs.
Something everyone hears often.
I had to run down and explain myself.
Fair.
But it's led to a lot of fun memories. But and despite all my best efforts,
he has to go.
He has to go. I try. Like it's so sad. I genuinely did multiple measurements on my suitcases and him to try and see if it could fit. But alas, he is too broad.
And so instead of just tossing him away like a piece of garbage, we thought we should give the Brett Dalton cardboard cutout that has supplied us with many laughs, and we've mentioned him on the pod, a proper warrior send-off.
Yeah, a burial of kings.
Yeah. And now, for the disclaimer part.
All right, you read this.
I want to be very, very clear about this. And this is not, I know you're going to make jokes about it. This is not a joke. I mean this. This is purely an inside joke about a cardboard cutout. We got it as a funny meme because it would be such a weird gift to get for someone's birthday. It's been a fun recurring joke, and Freddie needed to get rid of him, so we wanted to give him a big fun send-off rather than just throwing it in the trash. This is about the cardboard cutout and the meme around it. Absolutely nothing to do with the actual Brett Dalton. I know you're laughing, but I mean this. It's just a ridiculous disclaimer because it should be obvious, but I just want to cover our ass in case this is seen as something else. This is not meant as some kind of insult or threat to him. We are not trying to incite or imply we want any kind of violence or hurt to befall him. This is purely just a fun meme around the cardboard cutout. And finally, we are not trying to endorse any kind of violence in general. This is purely meant as a fun, goofy, ridiculous little montage of us destroying and sending off a cardboard cutout, nothing more. So, Brett Dalton, please don't be upset. This is nothing meant against you. And YouTube's terms of service and community guidelines, this is not meant as an incitement.
We get 3 strikes from this.
This is just a fun thing about a cardboard cutout. Nothing to do with an actual person.
Yeah.
Nothing, any kind of violence. Oh, me, I thought someone was coming in. It's the police.
Excuse me, where's Brett?
It's just a fun cardboard cutout meme. Anyway, all of that disclaimer out of the way. Here's a fun little montage we made. I mean, goodbye, Brett.
Yeah,
the cardboard cutout.
Can we just can we just have a 10-second silence?
Okay.
Or should we do that after we've seen the thing?
After, okay.
All right. Well, good luck, Brett.
The cardboard cutout.
Welcome to the
All right, 10
All
seconds
right.
of silence. Why would you do that?
Sorry.
I feel like this is you at a genuine funeral. Okay, we're done with this. And now, finally, here at the end, we wanted to have a little bit of a genuine, wholesome moment.
They're rare on the pod, but
Yeah.
they need to happen, especially.
But when we drop them in, they're beautiful little.
They're the little nuggets of truth. And
Yes.
and beauty.
But with this being the 100th episode, we wanted to say thank you to all the fans for both 1,000 subs, which happened relatively recently, and 100 episodes for listening for 100 episodes.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Honestly, I'm I don't know what to say.
For the original fans from episode 1 and the very few who have joined since then.
Yeah, I think there's very few from both.
Maybe the 50 that have joined since episode 35. Genuinely,
it's weird to, and also like all the sweet messages we get. It's just, it warms the heart, doesn't it?
It's a very small community, and like of course it'd be lovely to have billions of views and monies.
All right,
but genuinely, like the tight knitness of the community, and like
it does feel like a little
because we also
little community there. That's just.
I mean, we have a ridiculously stupid sense of humor, and
that some people find that funny.
Yeah, we have like a little audience that also have our same sense of humor. It feels like a little like friendly kind of fun.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and when I see the like little inside joke memes posted on the fan pages, I'm like, what? People get it?
Because it's like
I'm understood.
Well, when I first met you, like not to get too deep into it, but
I thought you were a freak.
No, but like I don't know. I feel like I hadn't really met someone who like got that really stupid side of my sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like that very specific kind of thing.
I still don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you ramble, and I'm like,
but just and then the fact we turned that into the podcast, and then like people seem to enjoy it. Like it's just very cool. And again, like you said, the messages, the comments, both like the very funny memes and comments, and then like also just like the sweet messages about like how our podcast has like helped people through some stuff, and just it means a ton. Thank you guys so much.
And the fact that we also don't want to sound too braggy here or too but we got a lot of people to meet each other. Like there's a whole group chat now where people sit and talk.
That's a message that we get pretty often that it kind of like surprises me, or like I wouldn't have expected, where they're like, I met a lot of people through this podcast that I wouldn't have otherwise met. Like friendships.
If anything, I've ruined more friendships through this pod.
Yeah, my girlfriend's about to break up with me just based on filming this. But yeah, it's like I don't know. That's pretty incredible. Like,
yeah, it's really nice.
And like, we say like we'd do this just like for ourselves because we really enjoy it. But the fact that like it makes it so fun that people like enjoy it and then interact and have the funny memes and stuff. So just hey, thank you guys so much for listening for 100 episodes. Thank you so much. And there's the future's uncertain, but more great stuff to come.
Yeah,
that's for sure. So thank you guys very much. And I think that might be the end of the episode.
God damn.
So I think
it's been a long one. I have to say,
it's been probably 2 hours plus.
Yeah, maybe.
So thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Pa 100.
by book.